give a shout out to the good fans from Palmetto who made the trip all the way up here to Tallahassee. Thank you very much for being here.
Let's go, baby. You got it.
Hey guys, here with head coach Dave Marino. Obviously, just watching the coin toss here. Coach, obviously a big week. District championship last week. Emotions high. Getting the kids prepared for this big trip up here to Tallahassee. Talk about keeping the kids focused this week.
Well, first of all, these kids are the best group of kids I've ever had. And that's saying a lot. They come to work every day. They're never satisfied. Complacency's not even in their mind. They compete hard every day, and they're looking at this as another challenge to just get better and represent 941 against an area of the state that's well respected and rightfully so. It's a powerhouse program, and our kids are looking forward to the challenge.
Speaking of that challenge, what can you tell the Tiger fans about this Lincoln team? We don't know them much. We've never played them before. What can you tell us about the style of football they play? Stand by. So, Coach, what can we expect to see from this Lincoln High School football team?
Well, they're a perennial powerhouse program. Makes the playoffs every year. They win championships. I want to say it's 5 state championships they've won, so a lot of pride, a lot of tradition up here.
All right, Coach, good luck in the first half. Guys, I just want to point out real quick, I tried to count a minute ago. There's probably 100 Tiger fans here, over 100. People are still walking up, traveling all the way to Tallahassee, 4.5 hours to see their Tigers. Great support from the Tiger fans.
Tonight's aerial coverage is provided by the Manatee County Fair, the place to see and be seen, January 16th through the 26th, 2020. TigerVision is made possible in part by Conley Buick GMC, where we treat you like family. Impact Staff, Garrett Richard, we are Workers' Comp. Port Manatee, Boyd Insurance, DeVito's Auto Repair, the Manatee County Fair, Drug Free Manatee, Richardson Stinton Roofing, Superior Asphalt, Slot Machine Charters, Captain Griffin Deans,
Palmetto will be kicking off the Trojans.
Asa Power, Sign Zoo, Turn Some Heads, Apex, Office Products and Furniture. Now, let's kick it to the booth with tonight's commentators, Brian Varnador, Ken Burton Jr., and Rick
Welcome
Wells.
to TigerVision. It's presented by Conley Buick GMC. I'm Brian Varnador. Get a kick out of good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto. Palmetto Tigers kick the ball off. Running back takes it up the middle of the field, goes for a gain to about the 33-yard line on the return. You know, ladies and gentlemen, the Tigers have made that trip all the way across the state up to Tallahassee and are only 9 miles south of the Georgia state line here tonight. We're playing on a fast track as your Palmetto Tigers will play their first game on a turf field and square off against the powerful Tallahassee Lincoln Trojans. Hello again. And now for the second play of the game, we're going to have the Tigers rolled up in a 2-linebacker set here. Mikael Brown is back there along with Matty Wyatt. Quarterback rolls to the left. It looks like he had a hold there not called. Receiver breaks the tackle, goes for about a 4-yard down on the play. And that's Scarrica on the reception and the connection with Brown.
Yeah, that was a good job by Mikael Brown. Good coverage by Day Hill. Also Tyler Wells to take the short pass away.
Trojans looks things over, and now it's 2nd and 5 here. 23 seconds on the game clock here. Throws it out there. Good coverage out there by Matty Wyatt. Only a gain of about 2 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, this is a team that really likes to get their tight end involved. Kenny and Brian, they use him quite often, and right now we're looking at about a 3rd and yard. They haven't even used the tailback yet.
Yeah, you've referred to Sage Ennis. He's their big recruit everybody's looking at. Got multiple offers. Big play here, Brian.
Christopher Brown awaits the snap back there. Looks over there. Yeah, look at the tight end in the slot there. 6'4", 225. Sage Ennis. Now he looks and throws it to Ennis, and there's that completion. Breaks a tackle, hits the seam, and is tackled at the 36-yard line.
I think, Rick, the key to our defense is they love to throw the ball. It's going to be hard for them to run, but we're going to have to get some pressure on them.
No, absolutely. We're going to have to really stay tight, on the passing routes and switch with that tight end. You're going to have to come up there and jam him, and he's tall, he's fast, and he's athletic.
Christopher Brown awaits the snap in an empty set. He has 30 receivers out here on the passing tree to the left, one single receiver out to the right. Steps, he's looking for the long ball down there. He's got a receiver. Palmetto Tigers in pretty good coverage back there was Jaquez Hughes.
Yeah, one of the things watching them play Crestview last week, but when they got pressure on the quarterback, turnovers happened. So good play there by the defense.
2nd and 10 here. Palmetto Tigers defense.
That big tight end was
Big
about
Kevion,
6'4".
6'4", 225 is Ennis out there. Beard awaits the snap. Checks thing over with the sideline, making a change there. 10 seconds on the play clock, 10-17 on the scoreboard. Looks, throws the route over the middle of the field, nearly caught. And he makes a circus catch, does Ennis. And if you look at that on the TigerVision replay, you'll see an amazing catch by Sage Ennis.
Empty back set here all the way coming down on this first drive.
They're just throwing it.
5 receivers.
We got to get that pressure.
3 wide to the right. Big tight end, Sage Ennis in the slot. Two receivers on the far sideline. The quarterback steps up, and he's going to be breaking a tackle, spins off of that tackle, and he's going to be very close to the first down. He's going to bring up a 2nd, and we'll call it 2. 9:38 on the clock.
So we know that this quarterback for the Trojans, very athletic, nothing that we haven't faced several times already here this year, but you have to keep your eye on him as well.
Lots of time on the play clock, 23 seconds. Changing things up are the Trojans. Out wide, you have Dominic Larry, number 6. Coming across the formation is Ennis, the tight end. Steps up in an H-back. Quarterback lead follows him. And going to be very close, but short of the scrimmage line, first down marker, so it brings up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, many times against Crestview, they were able to move the ball down the field Monday night, and they would die here at the end some way. Turnovers, penalties. Tigers just need to hold their ground, Rick.
Yeah, look, you see they bring Sage Ennis over to block for him, just like a fullback would, and. Yeah.
One thing.
Now this is what we were used to. How they came out against Crestview.
They like to go left over the big guard out there, and Palmetto is drawn off sides. There's your first down for the Trojans.
So not a real good first drive here for the defense of the Tigers, who have been stellar. during this run here, and we have only given up one touchdown. I don't think we've given up 7
since Riverview.
Right, and it's just been a great run. But right now they got some pressure on them.
Braden River got close. Remember, they dropped it in the end zone opening part of that game.
Big back Jalen Pendleton is in the backfield back there. Number 21. He's a nice size running back. They fake it to him. Now he looks it, and the Tigers are chasing toward the sideline. He's got the corner, and he steps out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
This is where it gets tough when the defense gets there's less area that they have to cover, and hopefully they can hold him to a field goal here.
So 2nd and goal from the 6, 8:07 on the clock. Really important for those Palmetto Tigers to come up with a big stop here. Pendleton in the backfield back there with Christopher Beard. Checking things over to the sideline, making an adjustment there. They run the option left, pitch it inside, Utah pass, and that one is plugged up there. Really good play by Matty Wyatt and Michael Brown.
Defense doing everything they can to try to keep them out of the end zone here, but this is a team that is a championship quality team, and they have won several championships, and they've won I don't even know how many district championships, but this team is athletic. I don't care if they played Monday or not. They're ready to play here tonight.
Absolutely.
3rd and goal from the 4-yard line here. Christopher Beard awaits the snap. And there's movement along the line of scrimmage, and it is going to be a false start on Lincoln. That's going to back him up 5.
False start Trojans, 5-yard penalty. Making it 3rd and goal.
So 3rd and goal. Now ball will be spotted at the 9-yard line. 7:30 on the clock. One thing about these Palmetto Tigers we've seen over the year, they've done an excellent job when the other teams get into the red zones. Between the let's say the 25 and in, they stiffen. So we'll see, and we see the Lincoln team. They're not a team that kicks a lot of field goals. So very, very experienced team. Looking over now, 7:06. There's a timeout called by the Trojans. They'll have 2 left remaining here in this first half.
Yeah, the coach for the Trojans not liking something that he saw out there with the formation, so takes the time out to talk over things, and this is really a critical point for us already here. I know the defense has got a lot of pride. They want to keep them out of the end zone, and you really got to stay focused on that tight end here, because they are just really good at using him, especially in these tight formations when you don't have a lot of room to wiggle out of, and if he can just break through the seam there, he's so tall. If you don't have a body on him, he's going to catch that pass. It's going to be an easy score. So we've got to stay on top of him.
Yeah, they were running him. They run him kind of like a slot. He's listed as a tight end, but athletic enough to run in that slot.
And even Ennis, he's enough of an athlete. They put him in the wildcat formation several times.
That's
too.
right. Yes, that was a good point, Brian.
Goes back there as a quarterback. Now Pendleton is in the backfield back there with Christopher Beard. Palmetto Tigers rolling up in a 4-man front. Linebacker Matty Wyatt lined up in that A gap. This time they fake the handoff, throw it out there wide. Palmetto Tigers are there to cover, so that's going to bring up probably the field goal unit.
Yeah, well, it's interesting to see what Coach Gray from Lincoln is going to do here. The Tigers get tough when they get down in that red zone. We saw Braden River had to kick a field goal against us and start those long opening drives until we can figure them out. And Braden River only got a field goal, and then Charlotte didn't get anything.
David Monroe awaits this one for the kick. The snap is good, hold is good. It is up and good. So the Lincoln Trojans take the ball right down the field. Had a false start penalty there, which backed them up and forced the field goal. So the Palmetto Tiger defense stiffened, but Palmetto Tigers trail in this one. Lincoln 3, Palmetto Tigers 0, with 6 minutes and 24 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Rick?
Well, hey, we'll take the 3 out of that. They moved the ball effectively against us on that first drive, Brian, and the defense was just trying to figure him out. You know, when you watch that tight end on film, he doesn't look as big and as fast and as athletic as you know he is, but he pretty much controlled that drive until they got about 10 yards off of the end zone, and so we were very fortunate just to come away with 3.
So back to return this one is Jalen Wester and Jaquez. Back there, number 22. Get a kick out of good service from our friends at DeVito's Auto, located in Ellington. So Monroe approaches the ball. It's a high, short kick, and it's going to be fielded there by LeJontay Wester. He looks for a crease, bounces it outside, puts it inside, and he returns it to the 29-yard line.
Watching them play Monday night with these short kickoffs, that's all we could think of was our return guys getting an opportunity to make a big play. Great start. See what our offense can do.
Good to see Jaquez Hughes back there. You know, he's been playing a lot of safety and cornerback for us this year, and he's back there fielding some kicks, and he is a dynamic player, number 22. Palmetto Tiger offense lines up in a big formation. No receivers out there, kind of a bunch formation left. They throw the toss out there. Sajel Hickson is tackling in the backfield after a 7-yard loss.
So we have all those players out there, and we can't make a block. So that's not the way that they they line that play up. And that's something that Coach Ty will not be happy about.
3 receivers out here wide to the right. Kobe Mays is out there wide left. Across the field, you have Curtis Thomas along with LeJontay Wester and Adravian Butler. And now he throws it out there late. Great play by Kobe Mays, and he skirts along the sideline, but there's a flag in the backfield.
Flag on the play.
I'm really looking for Kobe to have a good game tonight. You know, he's coming back from that knee injury, feeling healthy. Haven't really used him too much the last 2 games. He's caught a few passes here and there against Braden River and also last week against Southeast.
No
but
flag.
We definitely are going to need him during this stretch when we get to the playoffs. But I really look for him to come back here tonight and show us why we missed him so much.
I saw him at the pregame meal today, and I said, "You hang in there. Your day's coming. We're going to need you."
I like what we're seeing over here. Curtis Thomas and LeJontay Wester. Xavier Williams drops back, throws the long ball. He's got LeJontay Wester. Drops it. And that would have been 6, but the Palmetto Tigers now have a very, you've got to come out here and punt.
There's a flag on the field, it looks like, back here, unless that's somebody's shoe.
Yeah, you know, Tom, we thought we saw that flag. What you're picking up there is a piece of equipment or a shoe or something, and that's not. We don't believe that's a flag. Yeah, it was a piece of equipment out there, so that's what that was. It looked like something that came there from Robert Gavin, picked that up, and he's tucking that in.
Flag on the play. It is 4th down.
You can throw that pass 100 times and you won't see him do that.
Okay, they're doing something different here.
Rafael Gonzalez, and they snap the ball to Matty Wyatt in that
There's
formation.
procedure.
And this time the Palmetto Tigers had a procedure, so that's going to back them up.
That's
5 yards.
Yeah, that's something they were practicing this week. They were going to try to throw that little wrinkle in there. They were just trying to pick up a yard, and they thought that they could man up well with the receivers on the outside, and that's why you saw the receivers spread out from the punt formation. But
Dominic Larry, very dangerous return man, goes back to return this. He's got his heels there on the 40-yard line. Rafael Gonzalez gets that one blocked. Lincoln picks it up, and he's going to be tackled there. So things starting out rough here for those Tigers.
Yeah, that's the problem when you try to put some trickery. Sometimes it can backfire and or be good, and they came and had no shot.
So now a real test for your Palmetto Tigers. Ball's at the 22-yard line. Trojans in excellent field position. 5:27 on the clock here in the first.
Official timeout.
So, you know, we've seen a little bit of self-destruction here. Lincoln on the first possession where they had that untimely false start. Here's a look again out of the block. And what you saw with Matty White back, usually the Palmetto Tigers have 3 back there in protection. This time, only 1 back there to protect. Couldn't get them all. So great field position here. And you'll get to see, you know, this Palmetto Tiger defense very highly rated, and you're going to get to see just how tough they are. Things not going well for the Tigers here. Tom?
Pretty intense conversation going on with the coaches over here. They are heated. Now, anytime you get in a high-pressure game like this and you put in something new we haven't done all year long, probably not the most well-advised plan. So they're a little chippy at each other right now, but, hey, that'll turn into getting on these kids and getting everything going in the right direction.
Jalen Oliver is out there wide to the right. Christopher Beard taking this one out of the shotgun. And there was movement by Oliver out there. His number, let's see, catch a number here. It looked like he moved from his wide receiver set out there. So that's a false start. That's going to back him up. Here's again, the team seemed to be self-imploding.
And that's something that we saw last week against Monday
night.
Crestview, that they had a lot of penalties, and a lot of times they were in a good position to score and just kind of put themselves in the corner and couldn't pull it off, and that was the game.
Yeah, 11 penalties in the first half for over 100 yards.
So Beard gets it and he throws it out there. Got the receiver in the slot, and that's Larry, and he goes for a gain of about 7 yards on the play.
They're finding that little soft area in the zone coverage here, and we've got to do a better job of coming up and covering. And I don't know whose man that was, but you got to react quickly here.
Christopher Beard awaits the snap on this one. The crowd is eerily quiet here at the moment. That was strange as the team is out there, and two receivers on the left side. He's looking right. Now he scrambles, very elusive, and he's at the 1 yard line, breaks the tackle, touchdown. So your Palmetto Tigers are trailing this one 9-0.
Very athletic quarterback, nothing there. So we saw him earlier in the game take one up the middle, and they haven't closed that gap yet. Defense has got to make some adjustments, Rick.
Yeah, absolutely, because that right there was not good, not something that we expect to see from this top-rated Tiger defense, and right now they're going to go back and here's an earful from Coach Cucci, but that was just too easy.
David Moreau with a low kick, but it's through there, so Lincoln is leading this one 10-0, 4:42.
Got to stick with the game plan here. Not panic or anything. It's very early. We just missed a touchdown on our first series, so offense needs to come back out here and do their thing.
The one thing you can't do, especially in the red zone on Friday nights, on Saturdays.
If the playoffs were to start tonight, this Lincoln team would be in the playoffs.
Go ahead, Tom.
Okay, Tom.
One thing you can't do is go for the big hit and not wrap up and tackle inside the 20-yard line. So a couple of hits there. They were trying to just hit him hard and do some damage instead of wrapping him up and taking him down. He's not a big guy. He's bouncing around a little bit. If they wrap him up, he will go down. He's not going to be a second contact kind of guy.
Get a kick out of great service with our friends at DeVito's Auto, located in Ellington. Kicker David Monroe approaches the ball, and we haven't seen a lot of depth on his kick, so could be very good return situation for your Palmetto Tigers. It's a high kick, and it's going to go to Jaquez Hughes. Has got it. Looking for a crease. He's at the 20. There's a penalty flag that comes out. Hughes takes it all the way to the 40-yard line, but let's see that it's probably going to be a holding back there.
Yeah, not a very clean game up to this point here. Obviously, they are hurting themselves here in this first few minutes of the game, and we're just going to have to refocus here and get back to what we're used to doing here, not get too crazy, but to have a return like that and have a flag to kick it back is just something that we can't have at this point. We got to score some points, guys. We had an easy touchdown that we should have, would have, could have, but we should be only down by 3 here.
So Palmetto Tigers will start this one at the 10. It'll be interesting to see what offensive coordinator Ty Stolt dials up. Really the offense looked pretty good out there on the first series. And now on the short side of the field, we have Kobe Mays is out here, single, and 2 receivers out there wide, 3 receivers now to the left. Zay Will as Butler fakes it, slant to Wester, and he catches it, and he goes for about an 8-yard gain on the play. Well, it's about a 9-yard gain where they're moving the chain. We'll call it the first down.
Yeah, that was a good tackle there by Daniel Newman. just to grab some jersey there and some.
Oh, nice route there. Butler catches it, drives forward, breaks a tackle or two, goes for about 8.
Arabian Butler with the catch.
Points scored tonight.
Yeah, you'll probably see Sajel Hickson here. It's very close to the first down. He fakes it to Sajel Hickson. Now he rolls. It's going to be Xavier Williams running forward, and his knee is spotted down about. It looks
3rd and short.
Very, very close.
First down, boys.
First down, Tigers.
First down, Tigers.
Offense looking good here. 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. Xavier Williams looks. He throws the long ball. Got a man. And he's wide open, catches it. It's Wester, and he goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Jonte made sure he caught that one before he went out of bounds. He was concentrating on that. So good job keeping those feet in the green before he goes out. But Jonte is not happy about that last one he missed.
I don't think I've ever seen him slow down like that.
There's a low snap. Now they run the option out there. It's going to be to Sajel Hickson driving forward. Goes for about 6.
That's number 4, Sajel Hickson.
Yeah, and that's the first time Sagel's carried the ball tonight, guys, which is very unusual. But they have found something that they think they can exploit in the passing game and been successful.
10-yard gain on the play. Xavier looks, and he's got a receiver out there, and about 6 for Adravian Butler.
So that was 90 yards in about a minute, guys.
Well,
my goodness.
It's time for them to wake up, because right now we have put ourselves in a little hole here. We got to get out of it. We got to start playing Tiger football. But Butler is just so sneaky coming out of that slot position.
And one thing we noticed, Clewiston exploited them with their top receiver, and we know we have 4 or 5 that we can throw to.
There's the snap by Braden Nickel. The hold, the kick is up by Rafael Gonzalez, so your Palmetto Tigers now trail 10-7.
Yeah, I think you'll see the Halloween trickery go away here. We're just going to get back to business here and do what we do best and try to forget what has happened here during the last few minutes of this football game.
Yeah, the Tiger offense really looking pretty good on that last, picking up 10 chunks of 10 yards, first down. Very good sequence there. Good play calling by Ty Stoll. Now get a kick out of great service from our friends at DeVito's Auto, located in Ellington. Now they have 2 returners back there. Number 4, Jalen Glaze, and number 6, Dominic Larry. They are both very dynamic, and what we've seen from Rafael Gonzalez has the ability to put this one in the end zone. Be a great time to see that here. A long kick, driving him back, and he fields it at the 1-yard line. He's turning it up the sideline and looking for a crease, tackled by Robert Gavin at the 20.
Let's see what our defense can do, Rick, with a big field behind them.
Well, yeah, this is they started in decent field position that first series, talking about the defense, and they just gave up some big plays to the tight end. So we just got to adjust to what the Trojans are doing here, and we just got to cover better. I mean, right now we can't have a wide open tight end going down the seam.
And we got to get that pass rush and contain the middle for the quarterback, watching him take off.
Christopher Beard changing things up. Plenty of time. 10 seconds on the play clock. 3:13 on the game clock. Palmetto defense. He throws a little slant, and it's caught there by his receiver. Pretty good defense. Well, goes for about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, good job by Tyler Wells. He's right on that and makes the tackle on the spot. So just a little slant.
Good play by Tyler Wells in coverage there. Goes for about, we'll call it 5 on the game.
It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Very close, and by Tyler Wells, really pretty good coverage on that one. Christopher Beard awaits the snap. Single safety back there is Jaquez. He looks, steps up, now he's running, looking for an edge. He's being chased. Les Hewitt on the catch. He goes out of bounds there at the
1st and 10.
Yeah, we're going to have
50-yard line.
Yeah, we got to change the coverage here. We got to get the D ends back to protecting the edge, Kenny. We cannot allow him just to go around that easy.
Yes, you're right, Rick. They don't need to have a running game when he can take off at will like that.
1st and 10 for the Trojans. 2:36 on the clock. Beard awaits. 3 receivers out here to the left. He looked toward that tight end early on, and now he throws the ball to Larry, Dominique Larry, for the completion down to the 30.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch. Just finding a soft spot in the zone there. That's how you dial it up. Just right in between. Sooner or later, they're going to jump one here, guys.
No backs in the backfield. Nice looking formation out here by the Trojans. And he's running this one. There's a holding call in the backfield, so this is going to be all for naught here. But you can see the difference with Christopher Beard on that wet, sloppy field last week. He really couldn't utilize his speed. You can see the speed is here tonight for quarterback Christopher Beard.
Yes, absolutely. They really struggled on that. I mean, it was a muddy field, worse than what we played on last week. With lakes, visible lakes out on the field, it just made it impossible for him to run, and he can definitely scoot. He's done a very good job picking our defense, being able to run Will. But this holding penalty is going to set him back.
Yeah, really, a tough break for the Trojans, backs them up to a 1st and 20. 22 on the play clock. You know, Christopher Beard is having a exceptional game tonight out of that quarterback position. Tries to draw those Tigers off sides. Tigers did not bite. 3 receivers out here to the left. He's looking left. A little pressure. He's throwing the long ball. Look at DeQuette. And a great catch there by Enos there. Jacqueline Hughes unable to get there from the safety position.
And you know, I don't think he could have. The tight end was the only one that could catch that ball. Great pass.
Yeah, well, we keep saying tight end. Well, we got to get some coverage on this tight end. Right now, we are just letting him run down the field and do whatever he wants. And we've got number 44 there, Mikael Brown, trying to cover him. I just don't know if
perfectly thrown ball with your 6.
I don't know if a linebacker can cover that.
Yeah, 6'4" receiver, just a perfectly ball throw there by Christopher Beard. You got to tip your hat. I mean, that's just a ball play right there. Great play. 1st and 10 now. Beard looks, and Matty Wyatt comes in there. No holding call. Now he throws it out there late. Incomplete pass. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
There was some serious holding going on there. It wasn't called, but they were holding on for dear life.
They've been holding the entire first quarter, guys.
Great coverage that time. Again, they really get tough here in the red zone. We just got to hold them for a couple more plays here.
So 1 minute and 21 seconds on the clock. Lincoln in the red zone once again, 2nd and 10. Fake the handoff to Pendleton. He keeps it. Now the Tigers are all over that one. That's got to be Floyd Dozier Jr.
Yeah, that's the first time that we've been able to get to that young quarterback all night, and that's just something that we're going to have to continue to do throughout this game, or he will run all over us as he already has. But good job by the D front to put it into that.
So they're bringing the big back. Jalen Pendleton is on the sideline now. It's going to be empty set again for the quarterback. 3 receivers out on the right, 1 single out here to the left. 45 seconds on the game clock here. 9 on the play clock. 3rd and 10. He looks. He's running out of there. He's being chased, and he's going to be tackled, so that's going to be about a 1-yard gain, so it brings up another field goal situation.
Yeah, I had Ellison Bradley there. You have Floyd Dozier there, so good job by the defense to stop that. So we're looking at about
27-yard field goal, so it's at about the 10, 9. Yeah, 27 yards.
Interesting call here. Lincoln's putting the offense back on the field for now. And as the clock is going to wind to zeros in the first quarter here, your Palmetto Tigers trail this one. 10, Lincoln Trojans 10, Palmetto Tigers 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the first quarter with your score. Lincoln 10, Palmetto 7.
guys, Chris Conley here from Conley Buick GMC. We're excited to be back for another season of Palmetto Football and TigerVision. Good luck this year and go Tigers!
5, touchdown!
Every day, 192 people in the U.S. die from drug overdose, but they don't have to. In Florida, if you're trying to save the life of another person, you're protected from prosecution by the Good Samaritan Act.
You just saved her life.
Hello, I'm Dan West, and I'm the General Manager of the Manatee River Fair Association and the Executive Director for the Florida Federation of Fairs. And I'm proud to be one town, one team.
Back to live coverage here at the 11-yard line. They changed things up. We thought Lincoln may go with another play, but they've run the field goal kicker out there, and that's David Monroe. And there's a very nice snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Trojans lead in this one 13-7 with 11:57 on the clock.
So once again, the defense is able to do their job, but I'm just a little concerned about the way that the Trojans are moving the ball on us here in this first half. We've been able to keep them out of the end zone 2 out of the first 3 drives, Kenny, but they look very, very impressive on offense.
Absolutely. 2 out of 3, but they've scored 3 every time, even with the short field goals. And sooner or later, I'm hoping that he tries a little too hard to thread one between our guys, and eventually our defense is gonna make some plays here. That's what I'm hoping. We haven't seen it yet.
Hey guys, I just want to draw attention real quick to the stands. The visitor stands over here, completely full. People standing on the fence, just like a Palmetto home game. What a great response by our fans coming out to Tallahassee to come see this Tiger team. Awesome response.
Thanks very much. So much support from the community in Palmetto for your Palmetto Tigers. Now Jaquez Hughes is back there to return this one with Jalen Wester. Get a kick out, a good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto. It's going to be LaJonte Wester back there. He's got the ball. He's trying to find a crease. Good coverage, but there's another flag there. He's tackled about the 31-yard line, but flag on the field.
They're going to call that on number 25, Robert Gavin, but I thought he did a pretty good job of getting the guy on the ground. I didn't see the hole, but maybe we can get a
so we can pick it up here on the replay.
He wasn't letting him up, which is okay, isn't it?
I guess not anymore. We've seen that on a couple returns here recently. And we're looking for the hold on the.
You saw Robert Gavin's guy go rolling by, but I don't know where the hold was.
I didn't see that one. 11:48. We didn't pick it up here on the replay. Tigers are going to get the ball at the 10 once again.
It was on Braden Nickel, number 20, according to the ref here.
Okay, so that's the call from the officiating crew. Thanks very much for your support there, Tom Porter. Xavier Williams, Butler in motion, and he's got it, and he's looking for it. Shakes a tackle or two, still going. Big first down on the play.
Yeah, that's the way you get out of the hole right there, gentlemen, and get some decent field position out of it. Bubba just kind of runs his way around the edge and cuts through a couple of defenders for the Trojans and picks up a large chunk of yards there, buddy.
Xavier Williams fakes it out there, and he keeps it, and he goes for about a 1-yard gain on the play. So 11:26, it'll be 2nd and 9.
Second down 10.
Xavier Williams, Palmetto Tigers with a false start there. They're going to be backed up 5 yards. That's a shame. Kobe Mays had broken clear in his route over there on the far sideline.
Yeah, we gotta get focused here, making silly little mistakes, Kenny, that really put you in a long position. We're 2nd and long here. We've got the manpower, we've got the weapons, but
they're just trying to push a little much here. Just so you settle down and play their game.
And there's Sajel Hickson. Nothing there. He goes for no gain on the play.
Yeah, offensively up front, we just haven't given Sajel much to run through, but we're going to have to find that weapon here tonight to win this ball game.
Xavier Williams checking things out, and we have two receivers on both sides of the formation. Sajel Hickson rolling up in a little bit of an H-back position. Look for him in the crease. Now Williams steps up, he keeps it, and he's got it at the lowers his head. A nice gain on the play, but he's still going to be about 5 yards short of the first down. So Rafael Gonzalez is going to come out there and punt this one away.
I'm not really sure on that play call if that was designed for him to run or if he didn't see anything that he liked and just tucked it and ran with it. But that's a very difficult third down play to pick up on for a quarterback on the running game.
Yes,
here.
yes.
We've got those weapons out there.
Dang it, and that one took a long time to get that one off. And took an extra step there, rolls it forward. And so the ball is down. Very fortunate to get that one off.
I was interested in that their player tried to grab that ball and run it with our guys right there.
Yeah, so what we're seeing here is for the first time all year a breakdown in the blocking scheme here for the punt team. We haven't seen a lot of pressure on Raphael all year. We've already had one block punt and almost
really second one. We're lucky there. We're very lucky.
Got a very good jump over there from the coverage unit. Should have been a block punt there. Very fortunate to get that one off. Jaquez Hughes is back there in a single high safety look, and now we've got 4 across the line of scrimmage. And 1st and 10 here for the Trojans. And he looks out there. Boy, that was squatted on that route. And there's a late flag, and that one is a tough one. We had a very good look at that. Ball was thrown behind the receiver with an inside technique coverage. Let's look at that one on the replay.
Yeah, he's calling that on number 41, Davion Cummings. You see right here. Does get to him a little early, guys. I'm not sure that we can get too crazy on that one.
That one is another first down, and Lincoln moving the ball down the field again. One thing that's exciting tonight, we're seeing 2 very fast teams playing on extremely fast track here.
A lot of great athletes on the field, and you throw the turf and speeds things up.
Three receivers out there to the left. Big tight end out here, Enos to the right. Now he throws the long ball down there. He's got a receiver, and he missed him there. And would have gone for 6. But fortunate for the Tigers.
Yeah, that's scary right there, guys, because he got past our best corner, Day Hill, and Day is running behind him. And I think he bit right here and then gets turned around. And luckily,
just a little out of his reach.
They're doing a great job keeping that safety not involved in that play with everything that's going over here to the right. And so normally Jaquez Hughes would have a chance, but doesn't have enough time to make up the difference on that. Oh, the Tigers are in the backfield. The quarterback gets around the edge, and he's got a first down.
Yeah, and that's going to have to change like right now, or he's going to run around the edge all night. And we have not been able to contain him up to this point. So we can't allow them to go down the field and score and kick field goals or whatever.
So Beard looks, good rush, middle screen, perfect play call right there. And he's going to be there at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely ate our lunch on that one. Everything that they wanted the defense to do on that little screen, they did. And right now this offense is just moving the ball down the field. This Trojan offense is effective.
Yeah, excellent call. Picture perfect screenplay, textbook.
Beard with 3 out here on the right side of the field in the red zone. He looks. Now he keeps it, running up there, breaks 1 tackle. Now he's looking for the edge, steps up, and he's going to be tackled at the 6.
Yeah, good job. Davion Cummings comes up there and makes maybe a touchdown saving tackle there. We are having a hard time getting our hands on number 1, Christopher Beard, that's for sure.
He has been a one-man wrecking crew all night. He's their running game, he's their passing game, and we have to figure out some way to stop him.
And Davion Cummings makes a touchdown saving tackle there on the play. 2nd down. Big receiver comes over here to the right, and they got him out there, and he's tackled at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Davion Cummings once again. Good job by him to come up there and make the tackle. Just trying to keep them out of the end zone once again, guys, and doing everything we can, but it has been a struggle.
This is a critical play here. Critical. 3rd down.
Got to keep your eyes on number 1.
Pendleton in the backfield. Big back there with Beard. Trying to pull that Mike linebacker out there. They could, a couple different things they could do here. Quarterback draw, or they could run it wide to the far boundary with a great speed. And this time he hands it off to the big back. Pendleton goes right up the middle he's very close. He's about half a yard short.
I would imagine they're going to go for it. They're going to line up quick and go. Defense has got to get back on the line and get ready.
Ball's at the half-yard line. 7:13 on the clock. Trojans, 4th down play. A big one here for your Palmetto Tiger D. Big back Pendleton is in the backfield. And it's just a straight power play with the quarterback running around the edge.
Oh, they had him.
So 6:59 on the clock. Your Palmetto Tigers trail this one 19-7.
Let me tell you something, guys. We have not trailed in a game since Braden River went up 3-0 on us on their very first drive in the first quarter of that game. And right now, we're getting handled by this offensive front of the Trojans, and this quarterback is really having his way with us, so we're going to have to regroup.
Kind of a shaky snap, but a very good hold there, and the kick is up and good. So David Monroe connects again. Your Palmetto Tigers trail this one 20-7.
So your score was 6:59 left in the half. Rolling hit. 20.
It's interesting to see how the Tigers will respond. Never, like you said, Rick, they've never faced this kind of, as Coach calls it, adversity. Being in a situation like this, this is how it could possibly be in the playoffs. So a learning lesson here for them to see how they respond.
And a personal foul called on the Tigers there. The Lincoln's going to have a chance to kick off and put it into the end zone. Also a good opportunity to kick an onside kick.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, really on a turf field, this is a perfect opportunity for the onside kick.
Couldn't pick up where the penalty occurred there, Brian. The personal foul.
So Palmetto Tigers need to be prepared. That would be a killer at this point with the onside kick. Monroe approaches the ball. Ball spotted at the Palmetto 45-yard line. So here it comes. And he kicks a high kick, and it's going to be into the end zone. And so that will bring up a 1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 20.
Yeah, so we got to come out here. We need to score, and we need to score quick. You know, we should at least have another 7 on the board. We do not. We self-destructed. It's all on us. We cannot blame anyone for the issues that we are seeing right now. So we have to come together offensively and play Tiger football, because we really haven't seen it on either side of the ball here up to this point in the first half.
And a missed opportunity with the penalty on the extra point for a potential run back that could ignite and change the game. Yes. So a missed opportunity here.
Yeah, the personal foul there with a great kick returning team that the Tigers have. And this one is handed off to Sagel, and he goes for a loss. So Hickson's met in the backfield, goes for about a 5-yard loss.
I think that may have been Bubba Butler that came across and ran the ball. Sagel was not back there, but we are having a hard time controlling this defensive front.
So 2nd and 15 for the Tigers, and there is a 2 receiver, and now Dravian Butler goes across the formation in motion. Hickson in the backfield, option left, trying to get a crease, and takes a monster hit there, but not after a gain of about 5.
I'll tell you guys, 52 is getting torn up. Our
critical 3rd down, must convert 3rd down here for the Tigers to stay in this game.
And the running personnel off the field late, and they jump offside, so that's going to bring up a more manageable 3rd and 5 here for the Tigers.
Yeah, right now we're just we're not able to control that defensive front for the Trojans. And like Tom just stated, we're having a hard time staying on the block and giving Sagel any type of running lane whatsoever.
Hickson in the backfield. 2 receivers on both sides. Low snap. And that's going to be a first down by Williams. He's running, and he's got it. So the Palmetto Tigers pick up that very important first down.
Williams picks up the first down. First and 10 Tigers.
Consider that a little victory here. We can get a few victories down the field and probably a water break here.
So, we've got some different players up front there tonight for the O-line for the Tigers. Got number 52, Kywan Smith. He's only a sophomore. He's trying to battle as much as he can here against some of these very big linemen for the Trojans. And, we still don't have Lee Matthews. He's going to be out, several more games. We don't know if we'll even get him back. We're just trying to do what we can right now offensively to
get a drive here.
To give Sagel something to work with.
Yeah, imagine that. You're a sophomore in your first game on turf. You've got a 300-pounder on the other side of the line as an offensive lineman, and a seasoned 300-pounder over there.
Yes,
athletic.
Yes.
And so, but the good news is your Palmetto Tigers have a first and 10. We're only trailing 27, and there's a lot of time left in this game.
First and 10 Tigers. From the 35-yard line.
Can't tell these guys played Monday night, can you?
Oh, no.
No. And there's a low snap. Williams throws it. He's got open. LaJonte Wester shakes a tackle. First down. Goes for about 12. So first down Tigers.
And that may be our running game tonight, guys. And the passing game may become the running game because right now we just can't get it started.
When we've been able to pass, it does open up the run.
So Xavier Williams waits. And he throws the long ball out there. Got a man out there. Good coverage. But that's a catch, and that's LaJonte Wester all the way down to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to be pass interference on that Trojan cornerback. But LaJonte comes down with the ball regardless. So that's a really nice throw by Zay Williams and a nice catch by LaJonte Wester.
Yeah, LaJonte, after an early drop in this one, he has been exceptional. Great catch. Good coverage out there by the corner, too. You know what we've seen in this game? We've seen some perfect throws by both of the quarterbacks.
Yes, aerial attack on both sides of the field, Brian, and I'd love to see Kobe Mays right now come in and make us a nice play.
So one thing that you're seeing tonight, LaJonte Wester, number 1, the speed merchant out there. You're seeing that great speed on this very fast track.
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of speed out there.
That play clock is about to expire. We got going down to 5 seconds for Trojans just now getting to the line.
Marino's going to have to, and they got the play off. He got a timeout there. Smart play by the coaching staff over there, grabbing that time out before the play.
And with our TigerVision crawl here, that shows it was just our first one. So well managed and used right here. Let's take advantage of it here.
While we have a little bit of time here, we're one of our great sponsors. We're in the Asa Power Red Zone. Palmetto Tigers knocking on the door. Really a critical point in this game, guys, that you get 6. Can't really afford to settle for 3 in this situation. 4 minutes and 53 seconds remain on the clock. Yeah, looking at the Palmetto Tiger defense over the year, they average giving up only 9 points per game, and the Trojans have come out here, and they've got that in the first 2 quarters with 4:53 remaining.
Yeah, this is a lot like the Riverview game where 28 of those points all came in that one game. You take that out of the equation, and it's even much lower.
So you can see the Palmetto Tigers here. Let's see what kind of play we come out with. They bounces the ball back there and false start on the Tigers. So that was actually a break.
We get the down back.
You lost 5 yards anyway, but the false start is we get the down back, so it's going to be first. First instead of second.
And with our
down.
defense, it makes them have a little more area to cover.
Right. Well, they're going to have to focus here, guys. I mean, we haven't seen a bad snap in I don't know how long. right now we're just kind of clicking on 2 cylinders. We need to find
Yeah.
those other 2.
Yeah, it just seems like we're just missing either here or there, or snap or a penalty.
Curtis Thomas is out here wide. Williams looks at it, hands the ball off. He'll go into keeper. LeJonte West.
Oh,
nice call.
Nice call.
Just an amazing call. We're going to have to watch that one on the monitor. LeJonte Wester, number 1 with the score.
He takes the snap. He's in the quarterback spot.
Okay, gotcha.
Pretty much a wildcat, but a wildcat. We can throw the ball too.
That's what it was. I mean, it's a design run play. He fakes the handoff to Joe Hickson and then runs around the edge.
Beautiful. Out of the timeout, left Williams in the backfield, kind of got him shifted a little bit. Just a great play call there by the Tigers. Snap's good. Hold is good by Williams, and the kick by Gonzalez is up, and it is good. So now your Palmetto Tigers trail this one 20-14.
Back in the game, Rick. This is a great time to stop their offense. Maybe get a chance to get the ball back and do a 2. We kicked off to them, I believe, right? So get a 2-for-1 here because we'll get the ball in the second half.
Great point, Kenny, because we just have not been able to get off the field defensively against this Trojan offense, and we need to figure it out right now. I mean, we're only down by 6. It's, looked a lot worse here a minute and 20 seconds ago. So at least we were able to get back on the board here and give ourselves an opportunity to make a stop and maybe have some time left to at least attempt another score. But hopefully these guys can just kind of bounce back, stay focused, not think about what has happened here during the first half.
So number 4, Jalen Glaze, and number 6, Dominique Larry are back to get this one, and Rafael Gonzalez mashes this one, get a kick out of great service from our friends at DeVito's Auto.
And I think the timing for him to put that in the end zone is good, to take that element away. We've seen they've been very close to breaking. More than I'm a little nervous with them kicking to those guys. So make them go 80 yards here. Let's see if we can't get a stop.
And at this point in the game, as far as the turnover part of the game's been played very cleanly. The Palmetto Tigers, would love to pick up a turnover here. The execution for Lincoln has been flawless to this point in the game. Palmetto Tigers with a little shift on the line there. And Beard awaits the ball. 3 receivers out there. Big tight end in the slot, very close to the line of scrimmage. Matty Wyatt out there. And now he just a quarterback keeper. He's got the edge out there. There's a holding out there. Tackled after a 5-yard gain, but that one's coming back.
Yeah, good job, because they've been holding a lot, and it was a good job by the ref to pick that up. So, we're having a hard time defensively if we try to rush Matty Wyatt, or if we try to come around the edge with the DNs to contain the quarterback. We just haven't been able to do it. So I think it's to the point now we need to sit back and just cover up, Kenny, and try to keep this passing game from happening, and also keep that quarterback where he belongs. That's behind the line of scrimmage.
Yes,
what a great quarterback, though.
He's maybe the best we've seen. We've run up against some great quarterbacks, but his ability to run outside, up the middle, whatever, and throw, he's been phenomenal. Hats off.
Beard awaits the snap. 1 in motion. Hands the ball off to Big Pendleton up there. Driving forward, great play there. Made by number 17, Quentin Rue. So a gain of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, also Mikael Brown was on that tackle as well, Brian. So Mikael comes off his linebacker spot.
Makes the play, yes. Great job there.
And good job by Rue keeping him inside. Palmetto, they're trying to draw those Tigers offside. They're doing a great job of that, is Christopher Beard. Big tight end is in the slot. He's going to be covered by Ellison Bradley. Quarterback drops. He's looking out there, throws it away. Great defense by your Tigers. The clock stops with 3:43 on the clock.
So we're almost there. Third and 16 here. We got to put a stop, get the ball back. Mission accomplished, Rick.
Yeah, easier said than done.
I know.
So
I'm nervous. I'm nervous. There's a flag. Maybe, perhaps.
No flag.
No, it went away. It was on TigerVision.
So now 3rd and about 13, we'll call it. Big play here for the Tigers. They're going to have plenty of time if they're able to make the stop here on the next possession to get a score before half. Beard looks. He throws the deep out there to that big tight end, too far outside, and that's going to bring up a punting situation.
Let me tell you, that was almost a perfect pass, and you get it anywhere near that big tight end, he's going to come down with it, but just a little too much air on it.
Guys, this offensive line is doing an amazing job of holding everybody up. We're blitzing. They are holding a little bit, but they're smart enough to know when to let go of that hold. They're doing a great job giving that guy time, and that's really the difference in this game is we're not getting any pressure on the quarterback. He looks very comfortable back there.
Yeah, and the tight end there, he has surprising speed, and they're able to get just enough to get it away from the safety. Palmetto Tigers rush. Kick's going to be a short one, and it's going to be fielded there. So Palmetto Tigers in excellent field position here. Ball is going to be spotted at 47-yard line.
So just like we hope for, Kenny, good field position. 3:29 left in this game, or left in the first half. Have plenty of time to put 7 on the board and go ahead of this game. If we could pull that off after what's occurred here in the first half, that would be a huge victory for the Tigers.
Oh, yeah. This just reminds me of the Braden River first half where it was just very tense. And our best field position, a short field here on their side of the ball, absolutely. We have to take advantage of this. A great opportunity.
Larry Williams III, the corner's out here on Kobe Mays in single press coverage, and then you have Sajel Hickson awaiting this one in the backfield. It's faked by Williams, and that's going to be intentional grounding. That's intentional grounding, and so that's going to be loss of down back from there. So that's going to be just a huge.
Trying to pick up. We can get somebody on the replay here. I'm trying to pick up the defensive lineman for the Trojans at number 45. Somebody's coming around that edge, almost untouched, and they are just wreaking havoc on our running game, and also Zay trying to throw the ball. But hey, I know Zay was trying to get it out of there, but
Cedarius Coleman, the DN, is coming around that edge, unblocked. 2 backs in the backfield. Hands it off to Butler, and he goes for no gain on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and forever, 3:14
So
on the
what
clock.
we have to worry about is giving the ball back to them with another shot to score right before the half.
What you may want to do is to set up something that looks like a screen to one side of the field and eke it out on the other side, because this is an obvious screen situation for the Tigers. You know, you've got 3rd and we'll call it 23 yards.
Take this time to recognize Lincoln
if anything, we have to, if we don't get the first down, we have to get a sizable chunk of yard so we can flip the field. And we've had trouble punting tonight as well, too, Rick.
Well, I mean, I know the coaches did not overlook this team, and I really don't think the players have. This is a Class 7A powerhouse. These Trojans have won state championships. They win the district about every year. These young men know how to play football. They are big, they are fast, and right now they are giving us everything we could ever hope for in a football game. So we have to think of this as a playoff game and what we are going to face here down the road, Kenny, and figure out a way to execute.
Yeah, if the playoffs were today, they would be in the Class 7A playoffs in their region. When you think of North Florida football, Lincoln is in your conversation.
Xavier Williams looks, throws the ball down the middle. He's got a receiver, Sajel Hickson, and he misses that one. And it would have been short of the first down. Good play caller there. There's a penalty there.
I don't know who the penalty is on, but
so it was on the line of scrimmage. One of the Lincoln players out there, number 44, ended up without his helmet on. Lee Hampton.
Personal foul on the
Personal
Tigers.
foul on the Tigers. Now this one is going to be critical after the play, so that's going to back them up, and it's going to bring up a terrible punting situation for the Tigers.
Looked like it was on the line of scrimmage there. I saw a helmet fly.
It was, and I don't know what offensive lineman got his hands to the face, but someone got his hands on the face mask and ripped that helmet off. You see it in that pile right there.
Right there, yeah. Can't get it on TigerVision. We ran that play with Sajel against Charlotte or Port Charlotte, and he caught that pass. Yeah, so I guess they declined it, Brian. And
I don't know. I thought it was after the play.
I thought it was during the play.
Oh, you thought it was during the play? Okay, so they did decline it. I thought it might have happened.
We saw the helmet as the ball was passing, and the camera just missed it. So we have to get this punt off, and we have to flip the field here and,
I
and
think,
go out and play.
Brian, you may be right here, buddy. They're marking it off now.
Yeah, so the way they talked that one over, it appears that it was after the play was over, so they're going to back up another 15 yards.
So the offense would come back on the field here. And Lincoln, I would, if I had the opportunity to take the penalty, I think I would, because they can get the ball back. Hold them one time.
It had to be.
No, it had to be after.
So is it?
The play was dead. And
yeah, so it's fourth
and 40.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we have two personal fouls.
We had two personal fouls.
Two personal fouls after the play was over, backing the Palmetto Tigers up.
So
Rafael Gonzalez
fourth
standing
and 55. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
4th and 55 for your Palmetto Tigers.
They're going to come. Looks like they're overloading here on the left side, guys.
Yeah,
they're coming after it.
And we've seen Gonzalez, and only one single to block, and he gets it out of there, low kick, and it's going to be rolling. It's picked up. And
we missed it.
Nickel missed the tackle. Big hit on Ware, so he's there at the 41-yard line. So great field position. So very important stand here for the Palmetto Tigers defense.
So Lincoln's got the short field now with plenty of time and one timeout.
We have another personal foul, and I hope that's going to be on the Trojans because it is.
So that one, things are getting chippy here. Now the Trojans, after the play was over here, that's going to be 15-yard penalty.
Brandon Nickel getting used to that turf there. It'll get you if you don't watch it.
Yeah, good job by Ruben Stamp to come up there and put a hit on that ball carrier because
he was getting ready to
spin around.
Take it to the house.
Yeah, that Jalen Glaze, number 4, is an excellent return man. So a big, very fortunate for the Tigers here. So the Trojans are going to start at the 44-yard line, 2:43 on the clock.
So a break there. We flipped the field about as best as we could. Now the defense has to do their thing and stop them.
Yep. So
by the quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what you got is kind of a bandit back look where you got the bandit out there that's going to pick up the quarterback and bringing 4. Got the spy out there on the very mobile quarterback. Look at that. Oh, great.
Did he catch that?
No, hit the ground. Good job there by number 7, Raqueen Crawford for the Tigers. Crawford comes down with that ball. He just can't hang on to it.
Tried to make that one-hand catch there. Number 7, Raquan Crawford.
Great coverage on that. Using the field to your advantage.
And that's a great play call, guys.
Great play call.
Coming out of that play call there against the Palmetto Tiger defensive strategy there was perfect. Now there's Kendall Reynolds, and then he's going to gets a block, and he's going to stay on his feet and first down right there
right at the
marker.
Lincoln Trojans, first down.
Moved it.
They're moving those chains here. When it's close, they're going to give them that first down. 2:22 on the clock.
See, we have to get outside there.
He just he's got a different gear.
Number 40, Andre Rentz got pushed in.
Christopher Beard throws it out there, easy pitch and catch out there, and he goes for about a 5-yard gain on the play. So a minute 55 on the clock. Very important stop here for the Tigers. It's 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6.
$15 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time here. Beard goes down for the snap, comes out of there, throws to that big tight end. First down. Big hit there, but not a big gain on the play. Ennis with a first down. That's going to stop the clock while they move the chains.
Yeah, I don't think that we've been able to stop a pass to the tight end yet tonight. Yeah, Matty White trying to cover him there, and number 22.
Chuck
Hughes comes up, makes that tackle, but he's been open all night.
1 minute and 6 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Just ball is at the 31-yard line. Looks, throws a little easy one out there. Again, good coverage there, and that's that speed there by Crawford.
Yeah, he comes right up there, reads it well, makes a great tackle.
And that was a critical stop. The clock continues to burn here. 40 seconds on the clock.
Yeah,
Go,
one thing
clock,
we'll
go.
know, the quarterback, if he's going to go, he's going to try to go outside. We got to keep him in bounds.
Beard looks. He's being chased. Dozier didn't catch him.
Keep him in bounds.
Now he breaks another tackle. And that he's got the first down, goes out of bounds with 17 on the clock.
Amazing.
A great play by Christopher Beard.
Just something that we're not used to seeing, guys. All the missed tackles that we had 5 opportunities to bring him down, just wasn't happening.
I tell you what, he is very elusive, especially on this dry turf
2,
field.
3,
4.
Nice block. 5. And he's still moving.
So really great quarterback play tonight from the Lincoln quarterback, Christopher Beard, on fire.
And you know he used the whole field. We had him on one side and broke 5 tackles and ran out of bounds on the other side, getting the first down.
That defense is not going to be happy when they get back into the locker room during halftime. Coach Cucci is going to be livid. And this is one thing that they stress every single day in practice, is wrapping up and making a tackle. A lot easier said than done when you're trying to bring down an athlete like Christopher Beard. But, you know, somebody's got to make a tackle here.
So 17 seconds on the clock here.
Right now, you got to think about they cannot get into the end zone.
Now to hold to a field goal attempt.
I believe that Lincoln still has 2 timeouts in their pocket here on down to 1 timeout. So 17 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Clock down to 6. Play clock down to 6. He looks, steps up. No contact. Matty Wyatt on the chase. And there's a block in the back, so that one's going to come back.
That might have knocked him out of field goal range.
7 seconds on the clock.
They got a break there.
That's going to bring that one back. That was a clear block.
Very obvious.
And the good thing about that is it took some time off the clock.
Yes.
And there's no way that Palmetto Tiger defender was going to be involved in the play.
You see it come right here.
Right there. Obvious.
So they're running the field goal team out there, right?
How much time we got, Brian?
We only have 7 seconds on the clock.
They can probably.
Well, they got the field goal kicker out there.
And this is going to be pushing it for him. This is going to be about 40 yards.
This
is a 40-yard. 40-yard.
Yeah, Day Hill's got to come around right there and block this.
This is going to push his
40-yard kick for
range.
David Monroe. Good snap.
They got it. The ball's loose.
Palmetto Tigers. And it's going to be down there. We saw some movement along the line, but no offsides on your Tigers. No false start. Really good stop there for your Palmetto Tigers.
He was struggling with low extra point trajectory, and like I said, that was pushing his distance, and great job there. We dodged the bullet, and we're still in this game. We get the ball in the second half.
Things could have been a whole lot of worse. Stay tuned, Tiger fans. We're going to have Troy Bellamy with the halftime statistics here.
Every day, 192 people in the U.S. die from drug overdose, but they don't have to. In Florida, if you're trying to save the life of another person, you're protected from prosecution by the Good Samaritan Act.
You just saved her life.
All right, well, Tiger fans, welcome back to halftime. An exciting, have an exciting ball game here. A very exciting ball game, one that we've been looking forward to. This is a challenge, big 7A team that we're up against that has been able to put some points on the board, and we've been able to answer, and we're very fortunate just to be down 6 points at this point here at halftime. Xavier Williams has been on fire. He's 7 of 9 for 155 yards, and he probably would be 8 of 9 had that one pass been connected with LaJonte Wester early in the first half. So with that also being said, we've got a lot of runs here. Sajel Hickson, who's normally our workhorse, has been held in check largely by the Lincoln defense, who've done an excellent job preventing us from having that balance. But again, even though the running game has not been where we are accustomed to seeing it, Xavier Williams has been on fire. And he's also hit Bubba Butler. Bubba Butler has been a big part of the offense. He's caught 2 passes for 33 yards and a touchdown. So with that being said, we're moving the ball. We had an opportunity right before the half, but then some penalties crept back up on us here. We've got about 7 penalties for almost 75 yards here in the first half. If we can clean that up here at the end of the ball game here in the second half, I think that'll give us an opportunity to get right back in the ball game. We are very fortunate to be in the ball game at this point, down 6 with the ball coming out in the second half. Hopefully Xavier can stay hot. We can get Sajel going and keep the Lincoln defense, the aggressive Lincoln defense, off balance, and that way we can take control of the ball game. So we're going to kick it down now to our halftime crew, Tom Porter and the crew here. Take it away.
We proudly present the Trojan Band.
Hey guys, here at halftime, the band's going to be playing while we talk, so hopefully they're not too loud. 2014 first half, probably the toughest first half of football we've had all year. Lincoln came to play. They're a big school. They're a school that's used to winning. You look at their record, they're 5-3 this year, and you expect, they've lost 3 times. This doesn't look like a team that's lost 3 games this year.
Not at all.
So the biggest challenge we've had so far, we kind of figured coming up here to Tallahassee, it was going to be a strain on our boys. It's out of their ordinary regime for the coaches as well. But 20-13, come up with a big block there at the end of the first half. But offensive line, defensive line, they have controlled the ball. We have not seen an offense like this all year.
Tom, this is why we played this game. I hope our fans can appreciate the fact that we wanted to schedule a late season game getting ready for the playoffs, and we got it. And the guys have got to be maintain their composure. The first quarter, the guys are a little shaky. We're not used to handling this, but guess what? In the playoffs, whether we're home or on the road, we are going to be challenged. Everybody's good. That's why they get into playoffs. So this is like a pre-playoff test for us. Win or lose, our guys have got to be able to manage a close ball game against a quality opponent, and that's why we're here. And so I think it's very important, not the outcome, but to get their attention and say, hey, you know what? Earlier in the year when we're winning by 30 and 40 points, that part of the season is over. We're in playoffs, baby, and that means you better bring your A game early and often. You can't take plays off. You can't be lackadaisical. You got to be focused and determined, because you're going to face an opponent of equal or greater talent in the playoffs. That's just how it is in Florida. And so I think this is a good opportunity for our team. We have to look at it that way.
Bill, I think that's great commentary. I'm not sure your mic's on. You might have to check that and make sure it works. It's good. Okay. But yeah, great commentary there. Like you said, you want to go through. Everybody's talking about Palmetto, in our area and how good we are. You want to, we're 8-0. It's been the first time in a long time, number one in the state. And we get so caught up in that. I get caught up in it.
Big time.
The fans get caught up in it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Having a good, strong test now, we are in the playoffs. We are the district champion in our district. We are going to the playoffs. A little adversity is not a bad thing. Now, we want to fight through this adversity, obviously, and come back and win. But I know everybody's frustrated right now. But you know what? This is when the coaching really happens. This is when the players really have to step it up. Coach Marino says big players make big plays in big games. Well, I'm going to tell you, this is the biggest game we've had this year. And we'll see what they do in the second half coming out.
Absolutely.
I think it's been healthy for them to see this kind of competition, frankly. And you saw them second quarter step it up a little bit and realize it's a whole new game out there.
Absolutely.
We got punched in the mouth in the first half. Absolutely punched in the mouth. And, it is a true test. So, like I said, I'd love to be up, 35-0 with a running clock in the second half. But you know
That'd
what?
Be beautiful.
Yes, yeah. I don't think
Let's
that's
get
going to be
the
happening in
lead,
this game.
Let's fight for it
Yep.
and come out of here being battle tested.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
I'll tell you, for the score to be 20-13 right now is pretty good because, or 2014, I'm sorry, because they kind of dominated us in the first half.
In line of scrimmage, definitely.
Yeah, and defensively, we gave up a lot of yards. We gave up a lot of yards, but then we give up a field goal. We did just enough to stay in the game. Offensively, you saw on the second drive we had, third drive, we drove all the way down the field and scored a touchdown easily.
That's right.
Beautiful.
We're throwing the ball over the top to LeJonte, wide open, catches the ball. So the plays are there to be made. We just have to make sure we put it all together and just focus and take it one play and one drive at a time, and we can be right back in it.
Especially offensive line.
Right.
The coaches before half were challenging them. Hey guys, we've got to get our run game established. We can't let that defense stop us and rely on the pass. Good teams in tight games have to be able to do both. So we're going to see how our guys respond in the second half under this kind of pressure.
One thing I noticed, how we have so many big guys on defense, and we're able to sub in 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, just keep them running in and out. Well, they're doing the same thing. They've got a lot of big boys, and they're able to get them in and get some rest for the guys that are coming out of the game, and they're giving us a little bit of Palmetto football. That's what they're doing. They're taking it right to us, and it's been a great game so far. You like to have a hard-fought game. Now, we're here in Tallahassee. How can we not talk about Tallahassee and the trip and the Tigers to Tallahassee?
That is right.
What a great experience for these kids. Bill, take us back to a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, when we started planning for this trip to come up to Tallahassee.
Yeah, well, I think we covered that in the previous few games, but for those of you who are not aware, we had this game on the schedule specifically to be challenged at this time of year. The athletic department had some unexpected expenses that made it difficult for us.
The camera's up top.
It made it difficult for us to be able to travel on 2 days. So we, the boosters, and the community came together to raise the money so that the kids could travel properly, so that we are at our best in a contest like that. And so I want to just thank all of our fans, our boosters, our fans, our alums. Everybody stepped up to the plate and donated and gave.
I thought it was really cool to see the community. It kind of rallied the community together. I was actually getting phone calls and texts from different alum in different states. Where can I go? What's the link? I want to donate. So, and then they asked, is TigerVision on tonight? They've been super hyped about it, and I was very fortunate enough to travel with them, and it was fortunate because I'll tell you, it was so rewarding to see these young gentlemen walk into. So yesterday they got to go, but they got to go into the Florida Stadium at UF, and it was the look on their face, and it really just gives me chills to see how pumped they were. They were taking pictures, and some of them just kind of reclused and stood back and took it all in. And then from there, we traveled over to their practice facility, where they actually got to practice on turf. so it wasn't brand new for them to see tonight. And the energy was electric. It was so cool.
We felt after watching practice that it was worth the effort to go to the community and ask for everybody to
100%.
contribute. This is like a bowl game trip for the guys, and I promise you, no matter what happens in this game in the second half, this trip will pay dividends for us in the playoffs. I'm confident of that.
Yeah.
So again, thanks to all our friends, our alums, anyone who donated. We don't have a time to thank you personally, but your contribution matters, and we really appreciate what you guys did.
A huge thank you.
Yeah, I said it
Yes,
last
most
week.
definitely.
I said it last week talking to Coach Marino. Palmetto's like no other community in Manatee County. We stick together, we support, and this is a monetary way for you to support these Tigers. We, like Bill said, we appreciate it. The boosters appreciate it. Being able to get the kids up here, get them to be able to stay the night. To go to UF, I mean, that's huge. You know, so many of these kids are not going to play football when they leave. The majority of kids that are graduating this year, our seniors, will not be playing football next year. So for them to be able to get to see something like that, maybe some that are on the line, whether they want to play Division II, Division III, they get to go see it on a grand scale. The Gators do it right. I'm not a Gator fan. I'm a Seminole fan. It hurts me to say it.
That's quite a compliment from you.
But you know what? They have a great fan base. Most of them annoy me a lot, but you know what? They have a great fan base. They're a lot like Palmetto High School. They stick together.
For sure.
There are a lot of them. They support their Gators, and you know, it's great that they got to see, you know, the Division I school that really does it right. So,
hey, you know
what a
Tom,
great
some people
opportunity.
find you annoying sometimes
well,
too.
you know, well, those
And
people don't count.
Nobody here at this table.
The timing was quite right before we entered the stadium. A lot of the UF players were dressed out, and they were walking by, and just they were in amazement.
Yeah,
awe.
it was cool. It was really neat. And again, you know, it wouldn't have been possible without our fan support. So your money was well invested in the program, and we feel confident that this experience is going to help the guys as we go into the playoffs.
And I must compliment them. It's quite a feat traveling with that many
I can imagine.
teenagers.
They were well behaved.
They were very well behaved. Actually, today we had lunch at the Olive Garden, and the waitress pulled us aside and said, "We wait on many teams and many kids, and your gentlemen," and she said gentlemen, have been very polite.
That's great.
And how they were, yes ma'am, no ma'am, and thankful.
Well, Coach Marino said it's a business trip, and that's how they have
and
to.
you know what?
And they treated it like that.
That's a
They really
tribute to their parents and also our coaches, because I promise you, our coaches are on our guys to teach them not just about football, but how to conduct themselves. And they do a fantastic job of that. You guys know that.
Now, Jennifer, you said you got some things going on at Palmetto High School you want to talk about?
So we do have an early signing day. I actually just recently learned of this information. I definitely want to make sure I mention it. Our baseball this year, so I learned from Coach Glass that all of our seniors have committed.
Oh, wow.
On the
That's
baseball
really
team.
that's fantastic.
It's a first. It's a first.
That is fantastic.
So we'll give them a little kudos real quick. We have Byron Acevedo and Trace Goforth both going to Pensacola State College. Committed. Luca Toralvo, and not Toralva, I apologize if I butcher your name, to Florida State College of Jacksonville. Maven Gordon going to Saginaw Valley State University. Manny Reyes, Florida State College of Jacksonville as well. Aquinas College. Oh, actually, Maven has a few offers, and he's waiting to make his decision, according to my most recent. And we also have Colton Vincent,
That's right.
a past alum. He's currently at College of Central Florida, but next year he is committed to FSU.
Nice.
Right
That's
here in
fantastic.
Tallahassee.
I like it.
Hey, that is awesome for the seniors in this year's baseball. And I am, if you're not aware of it, fans, I am the voice of Tiger baseball. And and it's true. And we did.
We're just glad you're not the face of Tiger baseball.
Yeah, thank goodness for that, right? I've got the face made for radio.
Yeah.
But listen, we televise our baseball games, and this year we hope to have a major sponsorship to cover all the games, which would be great.
Because they're traveling quite
They
far
are.
this season as well.
And when our kids get seen, they get signed. And so remember, folks, if you're able to, continue to support the boosters by donation, because when we televise any sport, our kids get scholarship offers, and it's one of the reasons why we do this.
That's great.
So baseball, we will have the games on, and they're very exciting. I tell you, West Coast, Tampa Bay area in high school baseball is as good as it gets. So make sure that you tune in to the baseball season coming up.
They definitely have an exciting season ahead.
Well, I'd also like to point out, we heard earlier this week that the golf team went to the regionals. They've advanced to regionals.
Yep. Monday were the boys, and
Right.
Tuesday were the girls.
Nice.
I attended the girls, and it was hot.
Do you know anybody that's on the golf team by chance?
Well, I might be a fan mom of a little girl on
She
the
has a
team.
daughter
Humid
who
like
is
it
an
tonight.
outstanding golfer.
Not that your hair reflects that, but it's a little
Easy,
humid out
Tom,
here.
easy. It's very evident the weather. By
Oh
the hair
no,
tonight.
it's all good. This is a great football night. There's a little breeze coming through here. What a great stadium.
Yeah, great
The
setting.
kids are playing on turf for the first time, and we cannot say anything about this field because I mean it's just amazing. It's beautiful up here. Lawton Childs High School. We moved the game over here. Apparently, there's some issues with the field over at the other school. So I mean, just a beautiful field. We would love to see something like that come up. We're going to go ahead and wrap up, guys.
And before we go off here, I do have to give kudos to everyone here. They have been so kind and so welcoming, and lots of kudos to them.
All right, Tigers. Here's to a good second half and a win for the Tigers. Back to you.
Hey guys, it's Alan Conley from Conley Buick GMC. Halftime's almost over, so make sure you stay tuned. Go Tigers!
Two good teams are down to the left. Yeah. Hamburgers, hot dogs, nachos, chips, drinks, beverages, all kinds of good stuff. Go and check it out.
Oh, that's now.
Yeah.
We can go split, go down on this thing, we'll go split earpiece if you can do that. I can hear you. Can you hear me doing that? Yeah, I can't hear you.
Let's get ready for that second half. We're going to see who's going to win this game. Will it be the Palmetto High School Tigers? Or will it be the Lincoln Trojans?
Wow, what a game. This is Brian Varnador joined in the press box here.
We'd like to
Welcome
take some
back
time
to
to
Tiger
recognize
Vision.
the
That's presented
Lincoln
by
High School
Conley
marching
Buick
band.
GMC.
Give
I'm
them
sitting
a
up
hand,
here with
ladies and
Troy
gentlemen,
Bellamy,
for the
Ken
wonderful
Burton Jr.,
halftime show
and
that they
Rick
put on.
Wells. And Palmetto Tigers are going to receive the ball here. Very fortunate to only be down 6 to the amazing performance that the Lincoln Trojans have put out there on the film tonight. But Tigers in a good position. March it down the field here, and you're ahead on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think that's the key to, as we have been in a lot of second halves. This reminds me of the Braden River game, how stressful it was. But we can take care of business here. Like you said, Brian, very fortunate just to be down 6 points and take control of the game here.
What are we talking about? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, guys, you realize I'm not like queen bullshitter.
Right now, guys, the second half, it's all about keeping our cool, not coming up with silly personal fouls and putting ourselves in a hole. Keep your cool, play football.
Get a kick out of good service from our friends at DeVito's. This one is going to be very returnable. It's LeJonte Wester at the 2-yard line. Now he's at the 10, 15, 20. He's at 30. He's at the 40. And he's going to be tackled there. Late hit, so that's going to be 15 more. So Palmetto Tigers are going to start this one off on the Lincoln High School, Lincoln Trojan side of the field.
Yeah, good job by the kickoff team. They were able to get some good blocks out there and spring Jonte just enough to get around the edge, Kenny, and pick up 15 on top of that. So exactly what we needed. Now we just have to execute and get in the end zone.
Exactly. We had opportunity like this late in the first half with a short field. Ended up punting the ball out of our end zone. So great start. LaJonte is always making those plays when we need them. Now we have to take this drive and take advantage, really take advantage of this short field.
Ball is at the 38-yard line for your Palmetto Tigers. We have Curtis Thomas out here wide, LaJonte Wester. They fake the screen. They run the ball inside with Butler. Nice gain on the play of about 4.
Yeah, so you already see a change there. You had Bubba and Sajal in the backfield with Zay Williams, and it's a different look than what the Trojans have seen. Do we have a timeout here already?
You got an injury
timeout out there.
I don't know if I've ever seen both of them in the backfield at the same time.
I can't recall that ever happening, but the coaches know they have to change things up. So
absolutely,
they are doing just that, and the running game has just not clicked at all. Obviously,
other than their quarterback running, it's been non-existent.
There you go, Jonte Wester, and he takes a big hit, clean play, incomplete pass, brings up a 3rd and about 6. And they just lost number 25, Niren Forston, very dynamic player for the Trojans in the middle of the secondary, went out of the game. Looks like he's having some cramping issues. See if the Tigers can find a hole there in the back of the coverage.
I mean, just you take your hat off there to the safety there for the Trojans. Good job on jarring that ball out of LaJonte's hands, and everything was worked out properly there. Hey, good route, good pass, good hit.
Marcus Knight is over here, press coverage on Kobe Mays, and there is a stop, and it's going to be a timeout for the Tigers. Very unusual to see the Palmetto Tigers take a timeout this early in the half. So Palmetto Tigers will have 2 remaining here.
Well, I think Coach Marino really knows how important this first drive is, that we get some points on the board, and obviously he saw something he did not like, and get the team over there and talk it over. If nothing else, guys, we got to pick up a first down here and keep this drive alive. And we just been just a couple plays away for putting 2 more touchdowns on the board tonight, and
it's a whole different game.
That's right. But the defense for the Trojans have played outstanding football up to this point.
So it's 3rd and 6, 11:27 on the clock here. Xavier Williams awaits and now they run the option out there to Sajal Hickson, and he leaps over a defender and shakes a tackle and goes backwards, and he's going to take a loss of about 2 on the play.
So, yeah, that's Sajal just lost his bearings there. Not a good play by him on that.
Well, against most teams, he could probably get away with this, but we've been very impressed with their overall team speed and their defense, and you see that at the next level. Peter Warwick had a hard time in the NFL trying to do that kind of. He could get away with that in college and high school.
The Tigers are going for it, ladies and gentlemen.
Tigers here. 10:44 on the clock. 4th and 10. Xavier Williams looks, throws the long ball out there, receivers out there, and there's a flag on the play. There's your first down, Palmetto Tigers.
We got lucky on that one. Hey, but let me tell you something. That was a beautiful pass by Zay Williams. Beautiful pass.
And very, we were on the turf before the game. That's a very hard field out there, and you saw LaJonte Wester, take a big shot there. So now Palmetto Tigers very close. 20-14. Yeah, he got there just a little bit early. Pretty good coverage. But if you were able to get a replay on that, you could see that he was there just a bit early. .10:32 here on the clock.
So we, that's not a spot foul in high school football, but we do pick up the first down out of it as they move the chains.
Ball on the 22, just outside of that red zone. Xavier looks, he looked for the screen, throws it out there. He's got Sajal Hickson, he falls down on the turf, gain of about 4 on the play. We'll call it 4.
Sagel very upset with himself on that one, but
turf got him, and it's just something you got to get used to.
Brings us second down and 6.
2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Curtis Thomas out here wide. 3 receivers out here, 2 in coverage. Xavier Williams looks, keeps it, and there's going to be a penalty. He's got the first down, but there's going to be a hold. It appeared to be a hold called in the center of the line.
Holding called against the Tigers.
So just having a real hard time up front, controlling the D-line for the Trojans. That's about 4 holding penalties already this game. Just uncharacteristic of what we've done here the last 4 ball games. But this is a very athletic and powerful front for the Trojans, guys, and they're giving us everything we can handle.
9:58 on the clock. 2nd 20. Williams steps up. Boy, good pass rush. Now he throws it out there late. Got a receiver, LaJohntay Wesley. He breaks up the tackle. Still going, and he steps out at the 9-yard line and starting to rain here.
Child's football field here in Tallahassee, Florida, but that's something that we are more than used to, gentlemen.
All right, Palmetto Tigers, 9 minutes and 15 seconds here. It's 2nd down, and the ball is spotted at the 6. The rain's coming down pretty steadily now here. Sagel Hickson in the backfield. Butler back there. They fake it to Hickson. Now he steps up. He's going to be sacked back there, and a loss of about 2 on the play.
Yeah, I don't think we can't really try much trickery here. You can't get around these defensive ends for Lincoln. You got to drop back and pass the ball, guys.
I'd love to see old Kobe Mays in the corner over
Good
here one
for
time.
Kobe Mays to make a play for us. But he can use his size advantage.
Yep, good job, Tom and Kenny. Kenny's having a hard time hearing you, Tom, so forgive us.
I just thought he didn't like me tonight. He keeps talking over me.
8:30 on the clock here. Zay Williams looks at, got him inside there,
Dropped
and that
it.
was Butler there, unable to make the catch.
Okay, do they go for it?
I think
I think you got to take
field
three.
goal here.
You got to take the 3 now.
Yeah. Palmetto Tiger offense staying on the field. Ball is at the 7-yard line.
Here comes Rafael Gonzalez.
Rafael Gonzalez is going to come out there for the very important field goal. You know, a ton of time on the clock here, guys. Lincoln's leading 20-14 in this one. 3 points at this point in the game, I think, is the right call.
Very sound, very sound. Very makeable here.
Braden Nickel is going to snap this one, fire it back to Xavier Williams, Rafael Gonzalez. Good snap. Good hold. The kick is up, and it is good.
Money.
So your
He's
Palmetto
money.
Tigers now trail in this one. The Lincoln Trojans 20, Palmetto Tigers 17 with 8:22 remaining here in the third.
So the rain really coming down here in Tallahassee, and one thing we won't have to worry about is a muddy field. We won't have that tonight, but we will definitely have to control the football better than we did last week in that wet weather. We must secure the football, Brian.
All right, so Rafael Gonzalez is ready to kick this one. The rain is pretty steady here, and you've got 2 very dangerous returners back there with number 4, Jalen Glaze, and number 6, Dominic Larry.
And the number 6 rank.
I'll tell you guys, it's coming down steady, but it's not heavy rain. It's a light rain, so it's not terrible.
All right, so this is one of those, Tom, that you probably it's going to be slick. And we saw last week in the Crestview, or Monday, we saw some real ball security issues out of these Trojans here with the slippery ball. There's a long driving kick by Rafael Gonzalez. Get a kick out of good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto.
I like it when, especially tonight, when he's putting it in the end zone and taking that element out of the game with their overall team speed.
And one thing that you want to have when you've got a team with this many skill players with this great amount of speed as the Trojans have, the thing that you would like to see is that your Palmetto Tigers have the ability and have forced a lot of fumbles this year, and some of those skilled players do get loose with ball security, so that's a hope for the Palmetto Tigers. 8:22. And that one is a big run by Pendleton there for about 8 yards.
That offensive line for the Trojans are controlling us, and they've been doing it most of the night. And anytime that they have a run game, they're picking up, 4, 5, 6 yards, Kenny. We just cannot get pressure on them beyond the line of scrimmage.
7:53 on the clock. Christopher Beard patiently out there, looks to the middle, and then steps up and shakes a tackle. Another tackle. They can't tackle him. First down, and he gains 5 on the play.
Somebody's going to have to step up here and make a tackle for the Tigers and take this game, because that's really, we can't have that getting out.
Incredible run. Oh, good play there. And that's Matty Wyatt coming out there from his Mike linebacker position. Great play by the Mike linebacker.
Come on, Tiger D. We
need a play here.
Stop here.
Need a play.
Throws the seam route to a wide open tight end, and then Jaquez is over there to shut it down, but not after the first down.
We got to figure this out, Brian, because we're giving that tight end way too much cushion, and we're going to have to bring either Hughes up or do something in the middle to stop him, because he's open every time. And there's an offside by number 34.
Yeah, Rue jumps offsides. Renard jumps offsides there, but that brings up a 1st and 5. Ball will be marked at the 41-yard line. They're bringing the dry ball in there for those Trojans. So the ball is spotted at the 41. 6:59 on the clock after the
TigerVision.
Here we go.
Two receivers out here to the right, and one single receiver out there left. Rain has paused here at Childs Field. He looks, being chased. Big hit by Jalen Wester.
That's what we needed. We needed somebody to come up and make a play on that quarterback, and Jalen did that.
So that's a 5-yard loss on the play, so it brings up a 2nd and 10. And now the rain is coming down again. And
water break.
So we got a water break. Well, there's a lot of it around, and while we have this pause in the action, I was thinking about our friends at Richardson Stinton Roofing there, the great job that they do, and they'd like to be up here in the Panhandle, 9 miles away from the Georgia border today. There'd be a lot of business for you up here. 6:22 on the clock. Very important possession here. The Lincoln offense, they have been tremendous tonight, and it is. Rick, what do you think? What I'm looking for is a turnover here.
Well, I was thinking about that earlier, but I just want us to be able to contain right now. Just contain this offense. We haven't been able to. We've been bending. We had a couple of breaks, Kenny, but they just seem to be able to run on this defense right now at will, and we just need to make a play. And that was a great job by Jalen to come up there and do just that.
2nd down.
2nd and 9, we'll call it. Oh, great play by Floyd Dozier Jr. So there's that Palmetto Tiger defense.
And we need to get fired up like that. That was a great job here. So two defensive stops here in a row by Jalen and Floyd, and that's what we need consistently from this D-line.
Big 3rd down play. If we can hold them here, we'll get the ball back.
I've been hearing Troy all night, and we have to contain the edge. Don't let him get around the edge on us.
5:50 on the clock. Beard changes things up with 14 on the play clock. A big 3rd down play coming here for the Trojans.
Watch the tight end here.
Now they go. He throws the ball to the outside, and good coverage over there by the receiver. Great catch. And that is a touchdown, an incredible play. And that had to be Jalen Glaze over there.
That was Day Hill. He had great coverage on his receiver, and just I don't know how it got through, but it did. Great catch.
Right through the hands of Day Hill. So number 6, Dominic Larry, with a great catch. Pretty good coverage over there.
Oh, he put it in a great spot again. Coverage was great. Yeah, just
perfect throw.
Perfect throw.
He's been perfect all night long. Now the kick is up, and it is good. So the Trojans lead this one 27-17.
Unfortunate play.
The bottom line is they're making the plays offensively, and we are not. And,
Absolutely.
Once again, Day had great coverage, and you just take your hat off. Great throw, great catch.
Touchdown. Let's regroup.
Don't know how it got through, but it did. Doesn't matter. And offensively, we are just like a step behind them tonight. We've had some great opportunities, and we haven't been able to capitalize. And someone's got to be a playmaker offensively.
And from our TigerVision, as presented by Conley Buick, viewers out there, PHS track coach Rod Martin is watching TigerVision and says that they were just in Tallahassee and they're practicing for the FSU relays. Well, it's going to be a big one here. What we've seen here out of Monroe, he hasn't been able to put the ball in the end zone. Always a kick return opportunity when you have Jaquez Hughes and Jalen Wester back there. 5:31 on the clock. Boy, what a perfectly thrown ball. Just perfect execution out of the Lincoln offense tonight. Monroe kicks it short. It's a pooch kick. They're trying to find a little crease over there. Jalen Wester watches it go out of bounds. So that's going to be great starting position for your Palmetto Tigers.
Well, I guess if you can't kick it out of the end zone, just try to do what you can to throw.
Kick it at least 30 yards down the field, out of bounds, and.
What's the yardage on that penalty there, Kenny?
I think it's 30 yards from where you kick it.
Gotcha.
I think it varies at each level.
I'll tell you guys on that touchdown over here, Day had great coverage, like you said, step for step. As soon as he turned back to look at the ball, we see this on many levels, turns back to look at the ball went right over his head. He never saw the ball. Perfectly thrown pass. Not much you can do other than get those hands up.
Yeah, good call, Tom. You're right, and that's it's a dog eat world, and for a cornerback, you can be the hero one play and the goat the next, right? But Day was step for step there. I don't know if he get it done much better.
Yeah, the kick went out of bounds before the 35-yard line, so they'll start at the 40, do the Tigers. Now Williams looks, he's got Jacoby Mays there, and he's held. So there's your defensive holding. Well, one thing about high school pass interference, there is no uncatchable ball. If the ball is thrown 60 yards down the field, it's interference. Did you know that rule? There's no uncatchable in high school football.
And it's a 15-yard.
I'll tell you, though, he put a little touch on that. That might have been a catchable ball if he gets around that block. That was nice and soft. Good pass there.
I really think we got to focus a little bit more on Kobe. He has a height advantage on that DB for the Trojans, number 31. Larry Williams the third, and I think we need to try to exploit that when we
can. Absolutely.
Hickson's in the backfield. There's the fake to Hickson. Now Xavier Williams flush to the left. He looks up. He's got a receiver, and there's a targeting right there, and that's So that's going to be a targeting there, and so 5:19 on the clock, and. What you saw, that's.
Well, if we can't get it done one way, let's get it done the other. But bottom line is, that was a ball that could have been intercepted, and we got lucky once again.
Yeah, the back was so focused on coming up with a big shot there. If he'd have held his ground, he'd have caught that one for the INT. Five minutes 19. Palmetto Tigers have the ball right on the 30-yard line. In a battle here, up here at Childs, here in Tallahassee. Williams steps up. He's got a big crease, runs, and he goes for the big first down. Ball is at the 10-yard line. Palmetto Tigers in the Asa Power red zone.
Good job, Zay Williams, just to take what they're giving you and not try to do anything special throwing the football, and picks up a huge gain there to get us in scoring position.
And there they go with a quick snap, goes for about a 5-yard gain on the play. 5 minutes exactly here in the third quarter for your Tigers.
Like the play call.
Yeah.
And now they take in, there's a timeout or something here.
Talking things over with the coaching staff. Play clock down to 26. So LaJonte Wester goes over there, talks things over there with the staff. 19 seconds on the clock as the Tigers break the huddle. Second 5. 2 backs in the backfield. And there's Butler running hard inside, breaks the tackle down to the 1-yard line. Oh, he called him down. He called him down there way back at the 5-yard line. Whoa. Whoa, we've seen Adravian Butler and don't know that his knee was down. I'm unable to
I'd love to see that replay, boys.
Unable to catch the replay down up here, Tom, but 4 minutes on the clock. Palmetto Tigers 3rd and 5 now. Kobe Mays, single coverage out here to the left. And that's going to be Butler, and he's tackled with after a gain of about 2 on the play.
Got to go for it.
LaJonte Wester was in the quarterback position, was in the backfield for that play.
So we can't go field goal to touchdowns. We're going to have to go for it here, right, Kenny?
They're kicking.
Yeah,
they're kicking it.
Kick it. You only did a lot of time.
Down 7.
Yeah, a lot of time left. You're only down 7. Got a good field goal kicker. You might see the Lincoln Trojans expecting a fake out here. Rafael Gonzalez is going to kick this one. Very important snap here from Braden Nickel.
From the far hash.
3:11 on the clock. Braden Nickel spots the ball. Woo! Kick is up, and it hits the crossbar. No good. And look.
You can't advance it.
And so that, yeah, you can't advance the ball that hits the crossbar, but that's 27-17. I don't know if the plant foot by Gonzalez slipped there or what happened on that one.
Well, kicking from that far hash, you got to make a little bit of an adjustment, but he should have made it, bottom line. And unfortunate we didn't get the bounce off the upright.
Yeah, glance back into the field of play.
Oftentimes, I think those kickers see that pressure coming off the end, and it just makes them tighten up just a little bit, you know?
Yeah, that was a lot of pressure coming off there. I think that was Dominic Larry, number 6, coming off there at the edge. And now the Palmetto Tigers really need to have a stop here on defense. Now we're going to Ennis, the number 10, Sage Ennis, was in there, and now they just throw a little one out there to penalty. Great play by Ellison Bradley.
That's
coming
going to
up.
be Davion Cummings.
Davion Cummings.
41.
Yep, good call. 41.
Davion Cummings, 41.
Davion Cummings.
2:48 on the clock.
Loss of 5.
Loss of 5. So that's 2nd and 15. Clock winding here in the third quarter. The Trojans are in no hurry here. Play clock goes to 10. And fakes a handoff, looked for the screen early, being chased out there, keeps his eyes down the field, finds a back, goes out after a gain of about 10 on the play.
It's going to be a big 3rd and 4 or 5 here, Brian. Need a stop. That's just bottom line here.
And that was Dominic Larry out there, slipping out there late. Good play by the quarterback, and he has been perfect throwing the ball tonight. I think Troy, we might get, maybe he's missed 2 passes the entire night.
Coach Dan Wooden took a hard fall there on that shove out of bounds.
Well, hope Coach Dan Wooden is fine over there now. Beard drops. Very good defense there by the Tigers. Excellent job. You saw at first Kevion Williams squatted on the screen and then on the both sides of the formation. Great discipline by the Tigers. That was their slip screen on one side of the field covered. You're going to eke another player screen out the other side. Both great coverage by that Palmetto Tiger defense.
Absolutely, Brian. And exactly what we needed. We need to get that offense back on the field and try to start scoring some points quickly here because we're up against the clock now.
Brett Beach is back there. He drives one out there. LeJontay Wester gives chase and catches the ball. Fair catch at the 45-yard line. Good position for the Tigers. Good big stop for that Palmetto Tiger defense on that last
Yeah, the
series.
defense has really stepped it up here in the second half. Other than the one play where they threaded the needle on the score, they have played very well, and they seem like they're normal selves.
Yeah, that was out of a 3rd and 14 or a 3rd and 15, and that's just a
great play.
Great play.
Offense needs to respond. They've been given great field position. You need to take advantage of it.
Out here wide, Curtis Thomas, LeJontay Wester goes in motion, and they run the option out here, and they got another illegal procedure on the Tigers. False start.
We just continue to hurt ourselves, and really that's all on us. There's no reason for it. You've got to focus here. You've got to pay attention, and we're hurting ourselves. And I know that drives the coaches crazy because it drives us crazy.
Williams looks, good pressure, throws it in the middle, and that one's going to be Butler. Shakes one player, goes for more, and he's tackled there, but a big gain on the play. First down to Dravian, but there's
and
a
late
flag. Kobe made these
guys. They were locked up, and as they released, Kobe just pushed him back from him, and both refs threw a penalty on that. Unbelievable.
Yeah, there's been some
That's terrible.
Timely penalties here against the Tigers here. A minute 25 on the clock. Still going to be a first down. That was after the play. So let's see him sort it out. So unsportsmanlike on the Tigers. And unsportsmanlike offsetting penalty. That's first down Tigers ball is going to be really good job by the officiating crew there. Job spotted at the 38-yard line. Now we have Curtis Thomas out here wide. LeJontay Wester in the slot. Adravian Butler. Oh, high snap. Get on it, Xavier. What in the world? What in the world is going on there? And the Tigers recover. Unbelievable hustle there by the Tigers. Hustling back there is number 60, and that is Anise John. Anise John with a game-saving play. Anise John doesn't recover that, and that would be the end of the Tigers here. There's a minute and 8 seconds, and another enormous. Get your calculator, Tom. It is now 2nd and what?
Well, I'm standing on the other end. I can barely see the ball marker down there. The full length of the white sideline here, 35, 45 yards.
All right, Xavier Williams waits. And there's a little play crosser, and it's thrown high, and they had Butler there across the middle. And now it brings up a 3rd and long.
I think Bubba was hearing some footsteps there, boys. He kind of one-handed that thing. He was waiting for a shot from the other side.
So this is about being a champion quality team, guys, and digging down deep and giving yourself an opportunity to win. And we have to concentrate on doing what we do best. And right now we're just off. We've been off the entire game offensively. We've had chances, and we just have not been able to capitalize.
And you really can't expect those Palmetto Tigers to be able to convert on this situation. You're going to see a lot of pressure here from Lincoln. And Xavier Williams, and he steps up, and he is running this on the sideline. He's at the 50, and he slides out of bounds at the 49, or right at the 50. So nice positive play by Xavier Williams there.
And we have a flag on the play. It's probably going to be holding.
These penalties.
Holding on Bubba Butler.
So 32 seconds on the clock. Palmetto Tigers trail 27-17. And the penalty yardage here against the Tigers are really piling up here at Childs.
Well, that was a killer right there, guys, because even though we did not pick up the first down, we were going to at least flip the field.
Yes,
and
yes,
hopefully
good
pin
point.
them back. And now we got to come up with some type of a screen or something, pick up a few yards here and punt it away.
So out here, 3 receivers. Run the option out to Sajel Hickson. Gets a block out there. And there's another penalty flag.
Another one on Bubba.
That's another hold.
Wow. And probably I would expect that the Trojan, let's see what they have. So Palmetto Tigers are clapping there. Sajel Hickson clapping over there. So, where's the call?
It is 4th down.
Where's the call? 22 seconds on the clock. And no indication.
I think it was a hold. I think that Lincoln declined, and we're going to punt.
All right. Didn't see. So that brings up a punting situation. 22 seconds here for the Tigers. Very important for Rafael Gonzalez to get that one out there. And back there to return this one is number 4, Jalen Glaze. Gonzalez gets it. Oh, and he gets it blocked. Trojan, and it goes out of the end zone. So that's a safety. So you can put another 2 on the board. Lincoln now leading this one 29-17.
First time I think in a long time where we are losing the special teams, and they have not made any adjustments to that.
So Palmetto Tigers, 15 seconds here at third quarter. Now an interesting situation here for the Tigers. You know, your choices are: do you have a free kick here or kick it off? So
it kind of just depends on what the referees allow you to do. If he could kick off the tee, he'd probably be better, because that's what he's used to doing.
He's got the tee in his hand, if that's any indication.
Yeah, if they'll let you get away with it, just do that.
So do we see where that block came from? Was it right up the middle there?
Right up the middle.
Right up the middle. There was 3 or 4 of them, it seemed like.
Didn't get a number. I was watching the ball, go just power out of the back of the end zone. But that one was not on Gonzalez there. That was on the blocking scheme.
Yeah, they come after it.
Gonzalez drives a great kick back there. Wow, that was a great kick. Fielded at the 15-yard line. That's Blaze looking for the sideline, and he's tackled at the 40. Great coverage by the Palmetto Tigers there. And get a kick out of good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto. You know, guys, it's a very tough situation here. Palmetto Tigers trail 29-17. The Trojans will get the ball with 10 seconds remaining here in the third.
Well, we're going to have to get off the field quickly. Defensively, we're not going to be able just to allow them to pick up first downs and hold them so they don't get in the end zone. We've got to get moving here quickly, and a turnover would be nice.
Turnover, yeah, they played perfect tonight.
Ten seconds here. Remain in the third. Christopher Beard hands the ball off. Back, tries to break a tackle. Good play by the defense by the Tigers. That's going to wind the clocks to 0 here at the end of the third quarter. We'll get back to you here to start the fourth.
Hey guys, Chris Conley here from Conley Buick GMC. Hang on for the fourth quarter, and remember, go Tigers.
Opening up the fourth quarter, the Trojans have it here. 2nd down and 8. Palmetto Tigers are trailing in this one, 29-17. Trojans hand the ball off, fake the handoff. Quarterback keeps it, makes a great move. Christopher Beard, but he only goes for a pickup of about 3 on the play. So that brings up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, good tackle by Davion Cummings once again to get in there and get that crafty quarterback down by himself.
So we'll call it 3rd and a long 4, short 5. We'll call it 27 on the play clock here. Lincoln Palmetto Tigers in a desperate need of a stop here. 11:32 in the 3rd. They're moving out over there, and he rolls. He throws out there to tight end, 1st down, big hit, and then he shakes the tackle.
We had him.
Goes for the 1st down.
And we've done that all night. You're not going to put a shoulder pad on that big tight end and think that you're going to tackle him like that. You got to wrap him up. We had an opportunity. We missed it once again.
Yeah, I think it was Davian Cummings came in there with a big hit. Tight end was able to bounce off the hit, took a step backwards, shook the tackle, 1st down. Huge play for the Trojans.
Coming off the field limping.
10:55 on the clock. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Ball is spotted right on the 40-yard line. Fakes the handoff to Pendleton. Good pressure. Jordan gets there, and then he throws it down. Oh, don't do that. Oh, Day Hill with the... Oh, boy, that's going to be a personal foul on the Tigers after the play. So... retaliation there. Day Hill got caught on that one, so that's going to be another 1st down for the Trojans.
Gentlemen, right now we are imploding, and this is exactly what we did not want to happen. We are having to fight for our lives just to get the ball back to the offense. We're struggling already. They're going to replace Day after that, bring in number 29, Lee Hewitt, and these Trojans are marching down the field once again.
Ball at the 25-yard line. Day Hill, we need him in that secondary back there. And it'll be interesting to see if Lincoln comes right out there and throws it Les Hewitt over there in coverage. They move, and that's going to be a false start on the Trojans. It's going to back them up 5. Very late flag there. So that's going to back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15. Now they'll be at the let's see, the 35-yard line, right on the line. 30-yard line. Beard looks, throws it out there. Receiver catches in the middle, and he has a 1st down.
Hey, they're just running their route. They're just sitting right there in the zone, right in front of the safety in the corners. So, you know, it's a zone defense. Whoever's supposed to pick him up is not getting there fast enough. It's an easy throw and catch, guys.
I thought Kendall Reynolds had a pretty clean look out there on a looked like he might have had a little cloth out there, but that's a 1st down for Lincoln. Beard looks, throws it out there. Ooh, good coverage out there by Les Hewitt.
What I want to see now, I want to see a gut check. I want to see these kids, and regardless of what happens tonight, I want to see them playing hard until the last second ticks off. I want them to have some pride out here and to figure out defensively how to get off the field.
Good news there is the play clock stops with the incomplete pass. 10:04 on the game clock. Beard awaits. 3 receivers out here to the right. Watch for the big tight end out there. Big Sage Ennis out there. And now he runs the option left, and he fakes the pitch, keeps it, shaking and baking, missing a tackle to the Tigers, but he got a 1st. He's not short of the 1st down, but a nice gain of about 6.
You know, he's just the only one I can think he's like is Michael Vick.
Looks kind of like a Peter Warwick with
Peter
a shake
Warwick,
out there
yeah,
tonight,
at quarterback. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 here. Really still an opportunity for those Tigers. Dude, that tight end is in the slot, and that looks very tempting out there.
Yep.
Yeah. And he looks, and now he rolls to the left, and there was a hold out there, and he's going to be down to the 1 yard line. And
hey, I mean, we're not helping ourselves, but there's some obvious holes going on right there, and we can't get off of it to even try to make a tackle, and that's not being called. And it's ridiculous, to be honest with you, because it was obvious.
Yeah, so here with 9:12 on the clock,
looks like
the Lincoln Trojans have the ball,
putting their goal line offense
on
in
the 2 yard line. They got the big uns up there, big 300-pound guard out there. Watch them going left here. Then they got the big quarterback. Ennis as a quarterback walks in a cakewalk.
Easy.
So Ennis goes out of the Wildcat formation and an easy run there. So your Palmetto Tigers trail, and in this one by a bunch. It's Lincoln 35, Palmetto Tigers 17.
I mean, this game is going to be over if we can't come out here offensively and score quick. And you know, once again, we've had our chances, guys. We have missed them. We have made some, really bad, bone-headed personal foul plays. We just have not helped ourselves whatsoever.
So Monroe drives that one through, and your Palmetto Tigers are trailing Lincoln 36, Palmetto Tigers 17. Only 9 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock here in the fourth quarter.
I guess the only good thing you can say, if this is going to happen to you, you want it to happen now, Kenny.
Oh yeah.
You want to feel this pain now.
Yes, and a 5-hour bus ride is going to be that much more painful going back home tonight. So they'll really have a lot of time to think about what just happened, what is happening.
We're not focused tonight, and we haven't been since the first snap. We have allowed this team to do some special things against us, but we've had opportunities to stop them and to make plays of our own. We just haven't been able to execute. So you can't really fault anyone other than yourself.
Yeah, I'm looking at the statistics here with Troy Bellamy, and you have a team that's playing perfect tonight, and the Palmetto Tigers with 115 penalty yards in the game against a very good team. And this was going to be Jaquez Hughes fielding this one, looking for a crease, and cuts it inside, and he's going to be tackled at the 25-yard line.
Jaquez, this is kind of a homecoming for him. He was featured in the Tallahassee Democrat because he played, before he came to Palmetto this year, he was a standout at Jefferson County High School, which is just east the county here from Leon. They had a picture of him running track as a 9th grader for Jefferson County. So he's back here near his old home.
And here is very critical. The Palmetto Tigers move the chains, really in a situation where you can't really have any running plays. You want your completions to go beyond the first down marker, and you're not going to throw the short screen passes. So it's time for that dynamic receiving crew from Palmetto to perform. And they fake the handoff. Xavier Williams clears. He's got Kobe out there. Mays, and he takes a big helmet-to-helmet shot there. No call. So Mays was open, and he got a little bit of the alligator's arms on that, knowing the safety was coming over for the big shot. But it brings up 2nd and 10.
We'll see if that opens up something else here that they can take advantage of here to get a big play, a stretch in the field.
So we have Curtis Thomas wide, LeJonte Wester along with Mays on the far side. And now that one's going to be Bubba Butler. One-hand catch, tries to split him, keeps dragging a player forward, goes for about a 5-yard gain.
Need to move the ball down the field, but we also have to be cognizant that we need to get first downs to keep the ball alive in our hands.
Only 8:33 on the clock. Williams awaits the snap. Timeout. Trojans call a timeout here. And really, clock stops at 8:28. Imperative that the Palmetto Tigers score on this possession right now. Now, Rick, do you think this is two-down territory here with 8:28 on the clock here in the fourth?
Why not? I mean,
Yep.
why not just do everything you can right now? We cannot afford, if we want to have any shot of even tying this ball game, not to score right now. So if we don't score now, this game is over.
We need 3 scores to 2 touchdowns, 2-point conversions, and a field goal to get in this game. So, yeah, this is definitely two-down territory.
So the ball placed at the 31-yard line. Palmetto Tigers need about 4 here for the first down. 3 receivers out to the left of the formation. Throws it out there. Robert Gavin, first down and more, running, and he takes that one to the 30, we'll call it the 44-yard line there.
Nice pitch and catch out of the backfield. He was wide open, moves the chains.
Stops the clock while they move the chains. Clock burning now. Xavier Williams looks down there. He's got a receiver out there wide. Good coverage out there. No completion. So stops the clock with 8:15. Really good coverage by the secondary tonight for Lincoln. They've done a great job covering those Palmetto Tiger receivers.
Well, they're fast, and they hit hard, and they have, for the most part, covered up our receivers all night. And once again, we've had some chances. We just have not been able to take advantage of them.
And the pressure was very close. Xavier Williams did a great job there stepping up into the pocket. That pocket was collapsing very fast around him. Curtis Thomas, LeJonte Wester out here with Butler on this side of the formation. Butler goes in motion. Now they're slipping it out there. Late throw back there. Great play by Sagel to spin off a tackler, but a short gain on the play. It brings up a 3rd and about 8.
I mean, once again, you got Danielle Newman for the Trojans. He comes up there and just puts a big hit on Sagel. He's able to escape it, but these guys hit hard.
Yeah, it looked like there was a lot of space out there as Sagel slipped out of the backfield, but he closed that gap very fast. And he's got a receiver out there, Curtis Thomas. Great catch, and he knocks it out of his hand. Good coverage. So that's going to bring up 4th down for your Tigers. This is going to be the big one of the game.
Yeah, I mean, once again, you have a safety doing his job. That's number 4, Jalen Glaze. He's in great position. He sees the play in front of him, comes and makes a big hit and jars the ball loose. So good defense by the Trojans.
And they are really bringing the pressure right now. I don't expect them to go into like a safe look back here. They've been very effective with a lot of pressure here. They're getting a lot of pressure from DN number 9, Mike Please. He's a defensive end who's really crashing that edge. Xavier Williams throws it. Curtis Thomas out there with the catch. Is that Butler or Thomas? And that's
going to be Bubba.
Bubba Butler out there.
We're still alive.
So on the far side of the field, Palmetto Tigers still have hopes. Desperately needing to score on this series. He looks for Bubba, and then he throws it out there to LeJonte Wester for about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, and once again, they got number 4, Jalen Glaze. I mean, he closes the gap quick.
He sure does.
Man, and LeJonte does the right thing. Just go down and save yourself.
So 2nd and 5. Clock is at 7:15 now for your Tigers. Fakes a handoff, and now he runs, and he's got the first down. If he turns it up, he does. And good block there by Kobe Mays. First down, Tigers.
Right, stops the clock temporarily.
I mean, right now, guys, we're just fighting for every yard. They're not giving us anything. We got to work for it. Offense is doing a really nice job going down the field. It's just taking too long.
They just got to get it in the end zone here pretty quick.
6:58 on the clock. And there's an open receiver, and he short-armed that one. That was LeJonte Wester. And so that's an incomplete pass. Stops the clock at 6:53.
We are so close, one way or the other.
We're just
getting in and scoring.
We're just not clicking, and we're missing passes that we don't normally miss, and that's a play that Jonte usually makes. And there are Trojans all around him. He knows he's going to get hit.
You might as well go up there and catch it because you're going to get hit anyway.
Yes.
6:53. Xavier looks, steps up, throws it out there, and that's a great play by Sajel Hickson, and he blows over a defender. Then he is tackled out of bounds, and he's going to be at the 9-yard line. So we're now in the Asa Power red zone. Are the Palmetto Tigers? 6:44 on the clock. It'll start to click here. Well, he did get out of bounds there. So Palmetto Tigers have it 1st and 10 from the 11.
They're imperative here. We have to get in the end zone. We've struggled inside the red zone, having to kick field goals.
That's been the only time that Sagel's been able to lay the hammer down all night. You got to throw it to him. He just can't get anything on the ground.
Big Robert Gavin is in the backfield now, number 25. They run the option with Gavin, and he throws it. He's got a wide open receiver, and that's CT Magic Curtis Thomas out there.
Oh, a little trickery we got away with. Great call. Love it.
So Robert Gavin out of there, I'd heard he was a quarterback back in 6th grade or something. He shows that he's still got a little ability, throws it out there for the touchdown. Palmetto Tigers now trail by 13.
Yeah, they just took the tight ends out. They were coming in for the extra point, but we
got to go for 2.
But we haven't used them tonight. I would think that would be a good opportunity to leave them in and use them here on this 2-point conversion.
The Kenny Burton chart says down by 13 with 6:39. You go for 2. Williams rolls to his left, waits for a receiver to clear. He's got guy in the open, and that's going to be LaJonte Wester.
And he drops the ball.
He drops the ball.
That ball was there for him to catch. That was a good pass by Zay. Jonte just cannot haul it in, and that's just been the flavor of the game tonight, guys.
So your Palmetto Tigers are trailing this one by 13. Lincoln has 36 up on the board. The Tigers with 23, 6:39. Is this point of the game, Ken, being a special teams guy, is that do you roll out the onside kick on this?
It may be so. We need a little spark. We haven't forced any turnovers. What do we average, 3 or 4 a game?
Right.
They have been really good holding the ball. We have nothing to lose. It's just a matter. I think they're gonna give it a shot.
I think they are. They got the good hands crew.
I see CT Magic in there.
You got Ellison Bradley. You got Davion Cummings.
Bubba.
I think you got Kobe on the end.
And I would guess that Rafael Gonzalez maybe had a chance to practice this on a turf field. I don't know if he's ever had to do this. He approaches the ball, and he drives it, and it's going, and there it is again, and that looks like Glaze, number 4, Jalen Glaze with a recovery there. He's had an outstanding game here tonight.
They have a lot of great players on this team, and Day Hill was able to make the tackle, but some good hops for the Trojans on that one. But a turf field is going to do that.
Glaze has been a standout both offensively and defensively. We saw him caught a couple of touchdown passes in that game
against Crestview.
Against Crestview, where he was their main threat, catching the ball.
And you got to give them credit. They played a game on Monday night. They traveled 149 yards, and then just
miles,
149 miles, and were able to turn around from Monday to Friday.
And to go into Central Time and a 30-minute rain delay and come back and play us Friday night and play a perfect game.
A perfect game by the Trojans. With game preparation, that would normally mess up your timing and your flow. But they've really put an A+ out here in this game. Palmetto Tigers trail 36-23, 6:37 on the clock.
And I'm sure their coach emphasized, like I said earlier, if the playoffs for this week, they would be in as a number 7 or 8 seed. A loss might put them out. A win against the Tigers really is going to help their RPI when it comes out next week. Will put them sitting better in their region in Class 7A.
Braden Nickel is out here in coverage for the Tigers. They're running the ball up there, and Jordan is there, and that is going to be Renault with a tackle.
Guys, that loss they had on Monday night, not only was it pouring rain the entire time, but I was told that their head coach, who was also the offensive coordinator, was out for serving a suspension from the previous game that they played. So they weren't firing on all cylinders. They didn't have all their coaching staff with them. They look pretty impressive. For you to say they're going to be the 7th or 8th seed in their
they have 3 losses.
I know they must have played some amazing teams, because they're a pretty well-rounded team. Offense, defense, and special teams are doing great tonight.
Yeah, really. Tonight, really, the quarterback play from Christopher Beard, he has been nearly perfect tonight.
A one-man wrecking crew, basically. We have been unable to figure out a way to really stop him. He has moved the chains. He's completed the passes. He has threaded the needles. He's done it all. Great job.
Yeah, his legs are amazing, but his throws are just as accurate and just as impressive.
Yeah, he's been right on the dime here tonight. Big Sage Enos is now in the backfield. Line up in an H-back position, and Christopher Beard awaits this one. 6:22 on the clock, 2nd and 10. Yeah, you would think that they would run the ball here. Fake it. Great play call. Throws it down there. Picked off by Jacquez.
Hold on to it.
And great play by Jacquez Hughes. There's the turnover. It comes very late in the game, but the Tigers really needed that one. 6 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and good fight there by Jacquez to go up there and fight for that ball. And, something that we just haven't been able to pull off here tonight. But we did get a turnover, give the offense an opportunity to hopefully score and score quickly, and then come back out here and try to do another onside.
And why would you, when you have the lead, you have the ball, you've been able to run, what's the purpose of throwing?
And we'll take that Palmetto bench, as we're picking that up on Tom's mic, is alive over there. So they're trying to say that these Palmetto Tigers, there's life in them. Xavier Williams awaits. Resch Cumming throws it. Oh, nearly a great catch, but that's an incomplete pass.
And Zay's been just a little off with that pass tonight, just a little high all night. The receiver's having to go up and try to get it. And if we can get that thing down about 2 inches shorter, that's a big gain for the Tigers.
That's a 30-yard gain with Bubba Butler in space, and you never know what would happen there. 6:06 on the clock. Kobe Mays out here wide, short side of the field. Curtis Thomas out wide on the long side of the field. LeJontay Wester out there in the slot. And great play by Williams. Breaks a tackle, and he goes for a 4-yard gain. Clock is going to continue to wind. 5:55 on the board. 3rd down, and we'll call it 6.
Again, 2-town territory. Tigers need to convert here.
Williams changes things up. Plenty of time on the play clock. 20 seconds there. Sage O'Hickson's back there with him. Probably going to be blocking back there. He's looking to. Nice block by Hickson. Williams breaks out of it, and he's got the first down.
He's short. He's going to be close, Brian.
Yeah, he's short. He's short, Ken. He's going to be about
half a yard.
Yeah,
right here in front of us.
Yeah, I think he's about a half yard short. And he really had that one if he just continues to have his momentum, but he tried to make one break to get to the sideline to stop the clock, and that kept him from getting that first down. Sage O'Hickson in the backfield, the big one here, 4th and 1.
Take the
Plenty of time on the clock. Oh boy, and there's an incomplete pass.
Again, a little high, Rick.
A little high, a little behind him.
A little
just
behind.
Pull it in. Just been that type of game tonight.
That's been the story of this game.
Oh, a great opportunity for the Tigers to get back into this one, but that's a turnover on down, so that'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Yeah.
I wouldn't say
4:47, and there is Brown again, and he goes for about 6. Christopher Beard continues this very impressive performance here. 4:30 3 on the clock. Goes for 7-yard gain on the play.
And they're just going to take
They're
their
going to
time.
wind that clock, 30 on the
use that
clock. They're just going to let that wind down. Palmetto Tigers, big front across the line. Still a lot of time. They're going to wind that down. 15 seconds now on the play clock. Beautiful play clocks here at Childs Field. Very easy to see. Very nice to have at a high school stadium. Fakes the pitch, throws a little inside pass to Ennis right there. He's got the first down, and that is going to stop the clock momentarily. But this game is winding to a close. Palmetto Tigers, we've used one timeout. How many do we have left there?
Two.
We have 2 timeouts left here, so Palmetto Tigers are going to have to start burning some timeouts here. Injury timeout, and that is a defensive lineman there with an injury.
Looks to be number 34, guys. 34.
Okay.
Jordan Renard down on the field.
What a nice young man. We had the opportunity to visit with him Tuesday night on the coach's show. Real nice young man, bright future ahead of him, and has done a great job on that defensive line as a freshman.
So now 3:50 on the clock during this break here. You know, the Palmetto Tigers, we wanted to take this opportunity to once again thank all those folks that helped with the Tigers to tally. It was just an amazing experience for the players here. And as Renault is taken off the field, a freshman there, you know, and the size of Jordan Renard there, he's 6'5", 250 freshman, and he's off, being taken off the field. Looks like he's going to be okay.
We isolated some at the coach's show, some plays where he just blew right past the southeast lineman.
So he's replaced by Ormsby there on the line of scrimmage. And tons of time here on the play clock, 15 seconds, 3:38 on the game clock. And this is just a straight run by the quarterback there, and he goes for about a 7-yard gain on the play.
I think we're just seeing more of the same.
Not much to say, guys. I mean, they're just going to run this thing, and they're going to run it down. And, in the meantime, they're picking up good yardage. They can almost run this thing in the end zone or run the clock down.
You know what I would have called on that last play? Exactly what you saw.
Running outside.
Exactly what you saw. You were running wide. It takes forever for them to
put it on the hash.
Put it on the hash. That's a great call. They've been perfect in the the execution by the players here for Lincoln has been great, but really a great game called by the coaching staff at Lincoln tonight. 2nd and 5 here, 2:50 on the clock. Oh, good pressure. Shakes out of a tackle. Now he throws one up there high and late, out of bounds.
It stops the clock.
And stops the clock. You know, that's interesting. 2 minutes.
Look, we had a block in the back there on Floyd. That offensive lineman came around, but that wasn't called. But
the penalties have been very tonight. The Palmetto Tigers, the tallies continue to roll here. That's been pretty lopsided here. 2:41 on the clock. 15 on the play clock. We were very happy that they had a passing play there to stop the clock, but it's go time. One more first down here for the Trojans, and the game's over. They moved. That's a false start. And that's huge. That's huge because that's going to, after the penalty, that stops the clock, backs them up, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. That's a huge penalty. So 2:41 on the clock. And the ball is spotted at the 29-yard line. Time for Palmetto Tiger defense to make a play. Oh, and Palmetto Tigers jump off sides, give that right back to them. So they're going to accept that one. And so 2:41 on the clock.
How many times have we seen that the last 3 games where we just have a hard time staying behind that ball defensively? Just very aggressive and sometimes overly aggressive.
I tell you what, a post corner over here to the big tight end over there might work, and they throw it out there, and they throw a little inside route
Number 4.
and that's number 6. And that is going to be Dominic Larry. First down. So you will see the Palmetto Tigers on the, unless they give up a touchdown, call a first down a timeout after this next play.
They're changing personnel.
Changing personnel for Lincoln.
Like a wholesale.
2 minutes and 13 on the clock.
I got to tell you guys, you never want to see a penalty, but I like to see an aggressive penalty in this situation. Go get the ball, go do something, make a play. Obviously we got our back to the wall. So
Ennis is back there, taking this one out of the Wildcat. The big tight end, 6'4", 225. He keeps it. He just runs to the right, and he's looking for the crease. He's got sit. He is
Get in? Nope.
Out at the half-yard line there. And I don't expect that the Trojans are going to go into the victory formation here. 1:48. I think you're going to see Ennis pound the rock here. First and goal from the 2. Fumble. And now the Tigers are in chase, pursuit. And he still makes it, but there's a hold. There's a block in the back over there. I believe Day Hill was blocked in the back. Let's see how they sort this one out. Now that was the Palmetto Tigers, as they saw the ball on the ground, they just froze. Ennis was able to gather himself, but there's a block in the back. I think Day Hill, Damian, was blocked in the back on that, so that's going to back him up. Take the points off the board. So the score remains 36-23. Holding was called on the Trojans. So Palmetto Tiger fans, the game's not over yet, but it's mighty close.
First and goal from the 15.
Ennis was taken. We have some alumni here from Palmetto, and I'll talk about that. Pendleton takes the ball up there. Jalen Wester with the tackle. Alumni living in Tallahassee. Lauren Shackelford.
2 of them.
Football player for Palmetto High School, and Bill Davis, tennis great at Palmetto High School, are up here in the press box with us. Good to see our good friends Lauren and Bill Lauren Shackelford and Bill Davis. 1:15 on the clock. Time running down on the Tigers on this one. Beard awaits the snap. And Palmetto has 2 timeouts. You'll see an immediate timeout called after this play. 55 on the clock. Yeah, and Pendleton's got it. Driving, and he's down to the 5. Third and goal from the 5.
Do they have to? Yeah, they have to run a play.
Yep.
Got to be the.
They could take a victory.
The worst tackling we've seen all year from this Tiger defense. Just really have not been able to wrap up these ball carriers.
So the Trojans are going to come out of this one with a victory tonight. 13 seconds on the play clock. And they're going to hand this one off. Lincoln 36, Palmetto 23, 6 on the clock. And Pendleton's got it up for the touchdown. Whoa, his knees down. His knees down at the half. Oh, now we got a touchdown signaled very late over here on the sideline. So that is going to be another 6 on the board. So your final score of this one is Lincoln 42 and Palmetto 23. We'll probably have an interview with Tom Porter on the sidelines, then we're going to bring it back up to Troy Bellamy. But in the meantime, Rick, Ken, some of your fellas, what did you think about the outcome of this one? Was it surprising?
There are going to be nights when not everything goes right. We talked a little bit about it before. I'd rather have it tonight versus in a playoff game where it really counts. I've been through this where we lost the last game. We had to practice and back into the playoffs, and it was the best thing that ever happened to us because a month later we were national champs. So there can be some life learning lessons here to get ready to finish out next week with St. Pete and get ready for the playoffs, Rick.
We had our opportunities offensively and we didn't capitalize on it. It is what it is. You got to execute. You got to catch balls. You got to block. You got to, just across the board. I'll take the blame. That punt, I should have called timeout. We did not get the look we had anticipated, and we flustered on it. We did not handle that adjustment. We will work on that. That will be corrected. That's on me. So we gave them 7 points.
How can a loss like this, we've had a great season. How can a loss like this help propel us into these tougher games, get ready for these everybody's good in the playoffs. How will this game help us prepare for that?
Well, because our weaknesses were exposed tonight. And so you go back, you correct those weaknesses, and you come after it a little bit hungrier in terms of working on correcting those weaknesses, and we'll do that.
I saw after the game you were talking to Day Hill. Day's been a stud for us. Struggled a little bit tonight. Great coverage, just kind of missed a little bit here and there. You mind sharing what your words for him were?
Again, this is a perennial powerhouse program, and unfortunately our kids believe the hype. And you can't believe the hype. He's going to go on, he's going to play on Saturdays, and maybe he's going to play on Sundays. Okay, but he's got to learn what this game of football is truly about. Okay, and it's a game of will. And you start believing whoever wrote that we were going to be an 18-point favorite, okay, just shows you that's why he's not a coach. Okay, they're prognosticators. They don't know anything. Okay, but unfortunately, 16, 17, and 18-year-old kids believe that crap. And that's my fault. I should have emphasized that more about what we were going to get. I knew what we were going to get. Unfortunately, our kids didn't know what we were going to get tonight. I'm not surprised at all. This is a powerhouse program. We knew that. I think our kids now understand that as well.
All right, Coach, thank you. Appreciate it. Guys, I'd like to just point it out again. I know we talked about it earlier, but this is one of the largest away games we have had attendance-wise. People coming up here to Tallahassee to watch these kids, support these kids, which they should be doing. The kids are doing a great job this year, and Coach Marino obviously upset. The players are upset, but it's like a gut check. I don't see anybody out here crying. They look determined. The position coaches, you can see them all over the field, are pulling the kids aside. They're talking to them about what we did wrong. They're talking to them about what they should have done in certain situations, keeping their heads right. And I love to see the coaching going on in these little groups when things aren't going great. It's easy to coach. It's easy to be a fan. It's easy when things are great, when things are going well. But when there's struggles, when there's losses, when we're not doing so good, we're not looking so good, that's when you see the character of the team, the character of the coaches, and they're doing a great job right now addressing these kids in this tough time. Long trip back to Palmetto from Tallahassee tonight, so hopefully we'll see them prepared, focused, and ready for that St. Pete team next week. Back to you guys.
All right, folks, tremendous ball game here coming on the road. A step up in classification and in competition here. The Trojans kept us off balance most of the night. They were very efficient offensively. And as far as statistically, we are used to putting up big numbers and having a lot of balance. What has led us has been the running game. Tonight, the running game was held to 78 yards. Sajal Hickson, who's been the workhorse, only had 18 yards on 9 carries. So that shows you a lot about what the Lincoln defense, how they were well scouted, well prepared for the explosiveness of our offense. We came right out and showed them that we could come back and score. Down 10-0, we hit a big play, cut the lead 10-7, and the next thing you know, we're right back in the ball game. But their defense tightened up, and they made a few big plays. Xavier Williams tonight, passing the ball, was quite efficient as well. He was very hot in the first half. He ended the night with about 265 yards passing, 28 attempts. He was 15 for 28 and 265 yards and a touchdown. And so, again, the balance that we normally have between our running game and our passing game just wasn't there tonight. That's a tough haul for the young men to come on the road. A great trip. I think they learned a lot, not only about being a team, but about themselves in big games. Even tonight, what hurt us was a little bit of what has been our strength, the kicking game. Normally we're able to flip the field and change field position, and tonight we had 2 big block punts that turned the game around. That we saw that. Maybe that's karma, because Southeast had 2 negative punts last week, which helped us and propelled us to the 28-0 victory. But again, when the defense is put in a tough position, or our kicker, who is a very strong leg, is put in a tough position, it gave Lincoln not only great field position, but even put points on the board for them twice. So with that being said, again, this is a tough road game, but that's what championship teams are built on, being in tough situations, fighting through adversity and coming through tough circumstances. We'll be back again next week. I guarantee you they're going to get together and watch the film and see what adjustments they need to make. But again, this was a very tough. Chris Beard was incredible tonight. That young man probably threw for about 250, 300 yards tonight. Ran for probably another 100. So that's a really tall order, even for our defense that has held people off the board all year. And giving up 42 points on a road game here to this young team, is a tall order, but we will overcome. So again tonight, our running game was held in check. Only 78 yards rushing, 265 yards passing. But we'll be back next week, and hopefully we can get explosive again as we head into the playoffs. We'll give it back to Brian here.
All right, Palmetto Tiger fans, my broadcast partners, Rick Wells, Ken Burton Jr., Tom Porter, Troy Bellamy, and I thank the #1 fans in the world, our TigerVision, as presented by Conley Buick GMC fans, for watching Palmetto Tiger football. Next night, be sure to join us. It is senior night, Friday the 1st of November. We'll be back at home in Harley Stadium in Palmetto. When it comes to Palmetto and our community, it's all one town, one team. Go Tigers.